officially be our last stream on Twitch.
See you later, fuckers.
But before we get into announcements, let's get into introductions. At CO3R1C, we have Unspoken Cookie.
It is a pleasure to be here.
Wow.
Nice balls.
There it is.
As Bert Greystoff and Connie Romave, we have the glorious god of balance, Azul.
Nice balls as well.
Okay. As the Grim, we have the lime green lemon man, Lemmy Lemonhead.
First of all, I'm the hat of many hats. How dare you?
Oh,
And
you're
second
right,
of all-
you're right.
And second of all, massive mountain mammoth oysters.
My nuts.
As Caladra Baratheon, we have our glorious, glorious guest, Failsam.
Hello. Ooh, I lost my voice for a second. Hello.
As Aya Alden, we have my brother, the professoring of professoring. Aya
I
Alden,
shall open your
Professor Zool.
brain.
There we go. That's the word I'm trying to say, Professor Zool.
Yes. Don't worry. I shall replace your brain later.
Okay. As Leopold Marcus Arcadian, we have
give me my brain.
Ivanator.
Yeah.
Hello. Advinkari, played by Tamaz Alpha, will most likely not be joining us today. He is on a hot date.
Sucking face,
Nice.
bro.
Ooh.
Sucking
Man's
face
out there
in the
getting
name
it.
of our Lord. In the name of our Lord God. This cock is Christ approved.
Fair enough.
Bruh,
Let's hop on into announcements. Again, like I said, this will be our last episode on Twitch. After this, we will be moving over to YouTube. I was planning on moving over to YouTube this stream, but, you know, stupid YouTube rules and whatnot. We love it. But we will be beginning YouTube streams next week, most like. And that will be so much fun. As for that, that will mean that all of our content will be on YouTube rather than Twitch. I will keep the channel up, but I will be changing everything about the channel to say, hey, we're over on YouTube now. But please continue to support us even through this weird time of moving from one place to the other. It's very much...
There's going to be a lot of changes in our channel. We've got
We're gonna
hair
start
in
growing-
places that we don't really want
I
to
was
talk
a
about. We're going
motherfucker,
to
you
start
were doing
sweating.
I've got
Fucker,
swamp
I was gonna
ass.
do that.
I too have swamp ass. But
My
because
ass
of the
is
direction Twitch is taking, I just prefer to be on a platform that isn't that way.
If only you would give us some of your titties. Just give us the titty!
Anyways, so all
That
of
on a
our
t-shirt.
stuff will be on YouTube now. There will be no more streams out here on Twitch, but we have a few things lined up to hopefully get you guys excited for it.
For the love of God.
On the 14th of August, we're doing a one-shot because a few of the members won't be able to attend our regularly scheduled program. But I will be DMing the one-shot. I hope everyone can join us.
Also, at some point in August, our player, Unspoken Cookie, will most likely have to leave us for a bit, as he enters a new bit of his own adventure, where he will be moving house, and
He's
it
gonna
will be so much fun for him.
I know. I am very excited. I am nervous, but hopefully at some point I will actually be able to do this a lot more often again.
But we will be posting the next 3 episodes of Eldritch Funky Function in quick succession, as they are edited and sent to me. Yeah.
Team extraordinaire.
So, keep an eye out for those.
Did you say the next 3?
Yes, the next 3. Episode 15, Episode 17, and Episode 18.
Right, yes, because episode 16 does not exist.
It was eaten by the time worms.
Yes, indeed.
So please
But-
go check out the Eldritch Funky Function. It is an extremely fun series that we've put a lot of heart into. But yeah, please go check all that out. As usual, though, we do have a donation element in our descriptions and our right below the stream here, where you see that weird Dragon Ball guy. Please think about going over to donate and give us money. All of the proceeds go directly back into the channel, so that we can get better stuff for all of our people here. Also, please go check out FailSam. She's awesome and amazing and totally kick ass.
And totally a real person that we didn't kidnap.
Yes, we totally
I've
did not
been
kidnap
kidnapped. I'm not blinking right now.
her. Also, please go check out the people who created the music that we're using in the background. Vindsvept, Alexander Nakarada, Tabletop Audio, and raking copyright royalty-free music for they are artists and or compile artists who put their stuff into Creative Commons so that we don't have to sell eyes on the black market.
Your eyes.
Not ours.
Huh. You think you matter enough to us?
Um,
Please.
That's why I'm not blinking.
Exactly.
You don't have eyes.
See-
Oh no.
Why do you think she doesn't have eyelids? That was a warning.
Anyways, so please go check them out and drop them a subscribe or a follow. And yeah. If you haven't
I think that was
already,
a warning.
please go check out episode 52 up on YouTube right now, and it is called. I'm dying here. It's called The Narrow Halls of the Hatter's Trove. A very fun episode.
Yeah, and if you're gonna harp on me about the thumbnails, I have a hard enough time figuring out who the fuck I am on any given day, so you just fucking leave me alone.
He's working on it, in other words. But with that, I think that brings us to the end of announcements. So why don't we jump into tonight's episode of the Archives of Eternity?
Where I put my balls in your jaws.
In your jaws.
Connie,
Oh god.
a man sits in front of you in a narrow duo of bookcases, rocking back and forth. A healed stump on his right arm, as he seems to be chanting the same thing over and over and over, in a language not of this world. But you understand it. I need to get home. I need to get back. She needs me. I need to get back. I need to get back.
Why he's here in my head? Don't even.
I kind of tentatively approach, and in the same language, I ask, Professor?
As you say this, his head jolts as he stumbles backward and holds out his hand, and holds out his left hand, as you see inky black tentacles reaching from his back and stabilizing him.
Easy. It's me.
Connie.
Connie. Yeah. What? How
Where
are
am
you
I?
doing here? You're in a place.
Hell.
You're in a sort of mindscape. How? I don't. How did you get here?
I've been here for so long. I don't know how many days or years have passed.
Can I go over and kind of like pull out my watch and kind of it like kind of goes and scans him up and down, and can I make a medicine check?
Absolutely.
All right, give me a second. Dang dice, get on the bag. Hey, gun. All right, there we go. Roll the d20. All right, that is a 18.
Okay. He seems malnourished and a little bit dehydrated, but at the same time, he is very sleep deprived. And from what your watch can tell by the healing of his arm, he has been here for at least 2 years. Which means he's been here longer than you've been outside.
Oh. Ah, jeez. Some weird time dilation things going on here. Okay. Are you... I mean... It's probably pointless to ask, but are you alright?
Do you have any food or water?
Yeah. Then I'll kind of reach back to my backpack and pull out some, we're going back to the fantasy Cliff Bar, except this time it's just pretty much a Cliff Bar.
Mm-hmm. Ye old Cliff Bar.
Ye old Cliff Bar. And I'm gonna give him that.
It was actually a bar from before it was a cliff, so it's just like plateau.
Plateau Bar.
Plateau Bar.
Yeah, I will hand him the Plateau Bar.
As you hand him the Plateau Bar, he doesn't devour it like you would expect a malnourished person to do. Instead, he does the smart thing and slowly picks off pieces and eats them slowly.
Seems you're at least of somewhat sound mind, so that's good.
And I'll kind of hand him a
In here, I don't know what means sound mind.
Right. Well, you're not exactly in a sound mind.
and I'll hand him a bottle of water.
He takes the bottle and proceeds to slowly drink bits of it.
Can I, through, I guess, looking at him and looking at the surroundings, can I discern if he's... just double checking, if he's real, or if he's just... if he's of this mind, or, like, I guess either with that... I don't know if if I can use that medicine check or a different check, I don't know.
I'd say make an Arcana check.
Okay.
Just with your natural... with your natural physiology.
Okay. Let's see. That is...
that's a 22.
He seems to be real, and seems to still have that almost emptiness of the flow.
Right. Okay, well, I can't just... We have to... We should get you out of here. I mean...
No, I can't leave. I have to get back.
Well, how do you plan on doing that?
It's here. as he begins poking at the books on the bookshelf. It's here. It's somewhere. As he goes to stand up, you see the 4 inky black tendrils almost push him up onto his feet.
Do those seem of here?
They are most certainly of this place.
Okay. Are they attaching to him, or are they like pushing him up from the floor?
They do not seem to be attached to him, but they do seem to be following his synaptic messages.
Okay. Interesting.
We have Dr. Octavius.
Yeah, it's just Professor Professor Squid.
Professor Octopi.
Let's see.
Professor Cuttlefish.
Can I make a check to see if I can find? I'm assuming he's probably looking for the same book that I was, or a book of the same topic.
Yeah, roll an investigation, and he will give you advantage.
Awesome. All right. Yeah, that's probably bad. I'm rolling high because that's gonna bite me later.
Yeah.
That's a. Wow. I can't do math, and so I typed that in the chat because I'm dumb. What is that? There we go. I didn't feel like doing that. 22. That's 22. There we go.
Okay.
Cool. Good.
22. All right. As you look around, Professor Grant is looking at a different part of the bookshelf as you, and then you find it. It's simply titled "The Blue Light."
Yeah. That looks like that'll do it. And so I'll kind of... is it, like, high up? Do I have to, like, climb the shelves or get a ladder?
It's not
or
high
anything?
up. It's actually right in front of your face.
Oh! That's convenient. Alright. I'll wait. Is it breathing?
Roll an insight check.
Okay. Let's see. 12.
It is not breathing.
Ah. Okay. I will reach out and
grab
the book. Hey boy, you doing
You
there?
got soft hands.
You got soft hands, brother. So I guess I'll crack it open.
As you crack it open, I do need you to make a Constitution save.
Okay, fair.
As a black mist sprays from the book, almost as if a budding inker had almost formed in its pages.
Oh, it smells like... it smells like someone was vaping in there. Ugh.
It smells like octopus.
Okay, no, I'm not even... Let's see. That is a... 17.
You pass.
Awesome.
You do not lose a piece of your memory. As you're looking at the book...
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, shoot, no. I couldn't have done that. I don't have lucky. Okay, no, I fail. I rolled a 1, but I used lucky, but it turns out I used it already. So I failed. I failed that.
Oh no!
Oh, yeah!
Connie, you can't remember why you were studying magic. You remember bits and pieces, but you can't remember the initial reason why Garance was so infatuated with the magic idea.
No. Dang it, okay.
It's all over.
So you remember the studying you've done.
Yeah, I know, but I can't remember for what reason.
Yep.
What use is the knowledge that I've gained without a purpose to use it? Okay.
Years at the academy. What?
You assume it's about the amber crystal, but That's what your brain is telling you.
Okay.
But you don't remember the original idea why Garance was so infatuated with it, and why he told you to study it.
Question.
Yes.
Do I know that I forgot something?
Yes, you are fully aware you forgot something.
Okay. Gotcha.
It's just, it's out of your mind and you can't remember it.
Okay. Well, given the knowledge that I have about the Inkers, would I could I see if it was some sort of if there's some sort of way to get it back from this book, or is it elsewhere, or how? I don't know.
It has been taken from you.
That's all I know.
The Inker that was budding within this book died as soon as you opened the book. But it took your memory with it.
Oh, God.
So it's gone forever?
You cannot regain this memory.
Is it possible to reverse the effect with something like a...
You'll have to ask that later.
Restore? Fair enough.
I kind of just sit there for a second, holding my forehead. What was it?
Who am I? Well, I mean, he's also right there. You can ask him why.
Professor, why was I studying magic?
He simply looks towards you. It's for her. All for her. But why was it for her?
We need to get out of here.
And so I will. What do I see in the book, though?
In the book, it's a pretty thin book, having maybe 2 or 3 chapters in all. It starts with chapter 1, The God's Laboratory. It details a tale of a plane that the gods created, where they were initially leaving their experimental creations. Mostly so that they could not escape this plane and ruin the creation that they were working on. It was a rather strange situation. A group of individuals just kind of creating and leaving to die. And that's the basic gist of chapter 1. Chapter 2 chapter 2 details how a foreign entity entered this plane that the gods have made and broke free via murder, trickery, and almost destroyed the plane itself in his travel.
Okay.
But in doing so, he created a shockwave throughout all of history and the multiverse that was around. All of the planes felt this shockwave, and several recordings of individuals from the Feywild disappeared. Several individuals, well, I guess not the Feywild, but
I believe we called it...
I'm looking right now.
Where's the diagram?
I'm trying to look right now. It's in pins. It is called Alfrir. Several individuals from Alfrir disappeared. Creatures from the Fracture began appearing in the real world, the Nexus had a breach at some point during that time. And so the Nexus Prevention Agency had to quell this.
NPA? Who are they?
And the third chapter. The blue light came to me. I have no way to move. No way to travel and acquire the knowledge I seek. But this blue light, it came to me. It set me on a new path. And I awoke to all the possibilities of history. I gained knowledge no one should ever see. No more was I theories. No more was I incomplete. I instead was able to impart this knowledge onto others and try to gain more. And so, my followers dubbed me the Font of Knowledge.
Reference!
And that is the end of the book.
Short book.
MF is the font of knowledge. I thought the font of knowledge was like a. What is it?
Inanimate
What's the
object?
word?
A fountain?
Like, yeah, like a. Not a person,
Fountain?
that's for sure.
It's not.
A fountain?
It's not a
Sounds
person.
It sounds like a
It's-
force or an entity.
Oh, that's. Oh,
Remember,
the way it was
we're dealing with
the
the-
way it was like the book was going. I thought it sounded like a person.
Again, remember, when dealing with the Nexus, you're not dealing with the physical, but the abstract. So nothing is real, and everything is.
And the
What
font
did
of
you
knowledge is
find?
more just a giant reservoir of liquefied knowledge.
Gorance is staring directly into your eyes, Connie. What did you find?
A fair bit about seems to be the font of knowledge and some sort of event due to some other planar being messing with things and creating some sort of shockwave that sent everything sort of out of whack, to put it simply. It might
Nothing
explain as to why we're here.
But nothing on how to get home.
No, not particularly.
Then I have to keep looking. I have to get back. As he says he has to get back, you notice that the inky blackness seems to spread across his neck and creeps a little bit onto his face.
Can I try to tase it?
Haze it.
You'd like to tase the inky black tendrils?
Yeah.
Roll an attack.
Yeah.
Stop resisting!
um.
I just
see.
imagine Hatter shows up and is just like, you're nowhere near the correct answer.
Try looking harder, bitch.
Get good.
Get good, scrub.
Let's see. That's only a that's a brain. That's an 8.
It's not hard to hit the inky black tendrils. Roll damage.
Okay. Okay, good. Well, I'm
Shocking, isn't
let's
it?
see. I think do I have Yeah, I do have shocking grasp. Cool.
So your shocking grasp is you just get a taser.
Yeah.
No, technically not.
Oh.
I will show you how I do it.
Make a taser out of lightning, then tase him with the fake taser.
Let's see. It's a D8. Okay.
Well, it should be 2d8.
It's 2? Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
because it's a cantrip.
A level?
Yep.
Alright.
It goes up at level 5 and then up again at 11. So actually it's 3d8.
Okay. So I will see. Okay, that's 20 exactly.
20 damage?
Yeah, and so basically I'll from my, is it on the left or the right? Let's say it's on the right. From my on my right hand, I will reach down to where I have my hammer holstered and kind of pick it up, and then just kind of press the end of it. Because again, basically imagine like a tech-looking Mjolnir, and I press it against the tentacle, and it just kind of.
As you press it up against the tentacle, you see a shock run up all 4 black tentacles, and a little bit of it hits Garance as you hear him go.
What about the tentacles? Are they still attached?
The tentacles seem to writhe and wriggle as they slowly loosen their grip on Garance as he falls to the floor.
I'll catch him.
And the tendrils seem to back away and form this central cylindrical body, almost.
Venom.
As the inky black tendrils reach for the floor above, the ceiling of this floor, attach 2 tendrils, and then slowly slink to the ceiling and disappear.
He'll be back. And in greater numbers.
I kind of. Do I have to like roll to catch him or anything, or do I just catch him?
No, you can catch him.
Okay.
You
alright?
I just need to see Alicia again.
I know. And we'll figure it out. But right now, I don't think you should be here. It's not safe.
And so I will. Does he seem to be able to like walk just fine without those tentacles?
Do you stand him up?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he seems to be able to walk just fine.
He might have pissed himself because you tased the fucker.
Yeah.
He only took 5 damage from it.
Yeah.
Well, you piss. Well, that's the thing with tasers. You always piss yourself. It's a
That's
real
not
thing.
necessarily true.
Here. I'll do one last kind of survey over the books to see if there's anything important.
Roll an investigation check. Or actually, this is more of a cursory look. Roll a perception.
Okay. That is. That's 21.
You find another one. Magics, rituals, and interplanar divination.
Ooh.
Don't ask why this is in my brain.
Okay. Does that one is that one like high up? Is it low?
It's pretty low on the bookshelf. It's like near the very end of the bookshelf itself, like towards where you entered the bookshelf.
Okay. So I will go over to that. And is that one breathing?
Roll an insight.
3.
It does not appear to be breathing.
Whatever, I made the gamble once. Let's do it again.
You grab it.
Yeah, and I think... No, I won't open it. I'll take it to Joey first.
Okay.
So I will have those 2 books with me and kind of usher Professor Grantz with me down the stairs.
Okay.
And I'll kind of yeah, I'll just head back down.
As you're moving down the stairs, you see the Hatter walking up the stairs, and he just kind of looks at you.
I don't acknowledge him.
He has been here for many a year. I suggest you take him and show him the light outside. As you hear the skittering away.
I kind of mumble.
Yeah. We Lucanians sometimes are a bit of shut-ins.
What did he say?
And don't worry about it.
Fuck you.
So I'll head down the stairs to the rest of the group, I guess.
Okay. They're still discussing which books to take.
Yeah. Okay.
Clearly, we need to take this one. I forget that I can't do a Spanish accent for shit.
Well, then, like, change or whatever.
Well, no, you have to be there.
He
I
said it in Burke's voice.
Change. Do it right now.
All right,
I'm gone.
roll.
He's everywhere.
I'm everywhere, all at once. Good movie.
Not you,
All right,
Burke and Connie.
Oh, well, also. 22.
22. Explorer's Pith Helmet.
Explorer's Pith Helmet. Oh, is it like the Safari helmet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good day, adventurer!
Yes, you get to be like an Englishman going to see the world
No, I get
and
to be
probably
like
steal someone's spices.
I'm gonna try and emulate the guy.
And probably
who,
shoot some big animals.
Yep, and maybe carry a big stick.
I'm either gonna pretend to be the guy from Jumanji that chases Robin Williams, or I'm gonna be the other guy from the other Jumanji who is like the NPC guy.
Or it could be
Welcome
fun
to
just to be or it could just be fun to just be Robin Williams for no reason.
You straight up just want to be Van Pelt. Okay.
Oh, my dude, I can never imitate Robin Williams. There's nothing I can do to do that.
No, nobody really can live up to that level of awesome.
You see that my weapons become obvious, except my vertebraker equivalent. What would a
Machete?
fucking British? No, not a machete. What would be something really
Saber?
dumb? A
Cane sword?
Not a cane sword. I'm trying to think of something really stupid. It's
A butter knife. A very large butter knife.
no. It's like
For the beans on toast.
it's like it's a tiger in the shape of a sword that I have skinned. I have taxidermied an animal. You can't tell what animal into the shape of a sword.
Damn.
I don't like the
Yeah, that sounds British enough.
That's so good.
Explorer! Golly. We
Are you
need
giving Halsey with it?
Bert kind of gives you the side eye.
I'm so like trying to figure out if I should do a British accent or
Go
an
British.
Australian accent.
British is easier.
Bummer!
You can just go bully.
Bully!
Wait, I almost survived it.
We need to decide what books we are picking.
Why are you like? Why you like Cell second form just discovered his lips?
Also,
because
the Hatter did alert you all that the book that you put together for the key, the Mind of Monsters, will not count towards the 4 books that you can take.
Right. So
Mind of a monster.
Yeah, Mind of a Monster, that one.
Like
Someone
Bert kind
should
of
read that.
paces around still in tiger form. So Advin's got 2 books then, and
Yes.
We have one more.
that other one doesn't count.
Yes, and he seems rather attached to it.
right. And so has Connie gotten there yet?
Connie would have gotten there around this time.
Young tiefling, are you ready to go on an adventure?
Hellspawn.
Was the
Hellspawn in my world.
was
I know. Young spawn. Todd McFarlane, where are you?
Spawn.
Todd McFarlane shows up. He says, "You can't do that, dude."
Like,
for fuck's sake.
and the book quota was 4.
Yes, the book quota is 4.
And then EO wanted to take a book, didn't he?
I am not sure if he wanted to take a book or not.
I thought it was the same book that Advent had, the boat one.
Yeah, we wanted the book about the boats. I think we wanted one of the books of the beast and the other gods of the
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
The gods of the Nexus.
Yeah. So this all works out. 4 books.
Yeah. Plus Mind of a Monster, which one of you fuckers better read.
Well, obviously, we just got it.
I know. I'm just saying.
Well,
I'll put you on my fucking wall.
I will take a peek into the book Mind of a Monster as we walk out to kind of
Hello, chaps.
peruse
Well,
Hello, chaps. We've got more to look at.
to see specifically if the spectacles give me any particular insight.
Oh, by the way, I'm now called Hatstrom.
Hatstrom.
As I
H.E. Hatstrom.
H.E. Hatstrom. As I walk down from the next floor, Connie turns to Joey.
do you think you could maybe check this out?
She
See
takes
if it's
She takes
reading.
the book. It's purplish gold cover, kind of infatuating almost. As she very carefully tilts the cover open, puts her hand in, and you see that black ooze seem to crawl up her arm and into her eyes as the wounds she had bore seem to heal. And she hands you back the book.
Thanks. Glad I didn't open that one.
It's for the best you didn't. But now you can. Now you can read it all you want.
Yes, that would have been dreadfully, especially after that last ink attack. But I should warn you, they're not the only creatures you'll find around here. Which means we better get a move on.
Right. Do we?
You don't want to run
have
into
all
the shattered.
books we need?
kind of like put those next to the ones that, or I guess Advent's probably holding them. So I'll.
Yeah, Advent's just holding them into the bag of holding.
Also, oh right, yeah, y'all notice there's another dude who looks a lot like me.
Oh, him? We're bringing him along.
Yeah.
Hello. I'm Professor Grunts.
Salutations, good chap. I am H.T. Hatticus. Hatstrom.
Hatstrom.
Look, all of it's a hat, okay? I can't remember all of it.
It's nice to meet you. And he kind of like, Claire kind of puts out his hand to shake it.
He goes to shake your hand, and he notices that he just has a stump where his right hand is. Puts it back.
Oh.
Cleric still just goes for it.
You just
you grab his
grab
stump.
the stump and just shake it.
Oh!
Ah!
You try to gear shift him.
You try not to grab onto broken limbs.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was
mean-
broken. I'm so sorry, sir.
Broken?
Here, hold on a second. Let me just. And then he's going to hold on a second. Let me actually make sure I have the spell. For it, if I can actually still.
Just in case anyone's wondering, this is an affliction known as phantom pain. It is actually real. If you lose a limb, you will feel pain in that area. Unless it is remedied via either mirror therapy or other such things, like muscle relaxants and stuff like that.
It's like an old loss of limb.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah,
well,
he's been here.
Hump.
Yeah, he's been here
Yeah,
for
but-
2 years.
I think the more
Yeah, but
accurate
I don't
term
know.
is
When he started
phantom limb.
screaming, I was like, "Oh my god, it's a bloody stump." He's like literally.
No,
No,
he,
he's grown over.
Okay, thank God. Like,
No,
Cleric
I was just
like,
thinking-
once he starts going out, he's like, what the fuck?
Cleric
My-
thought so too.
No, what I thought was that like it's like what you find a rotting like an old pumpkin, and you touch it, and it just
Oh no.
Cleric is just gonna like the moment he starts going, and he just like lets go and he goes, what the fuck?
and Garance would explain about phantom pain.
Huh.
I believe it's
Okay.
called phantom limb.
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. Wow.
Hearing this, has his notebook out and is just taking notes on what phantom pain is.
Cleric is going to shake the air.
You can just switch hands. He has another one.
And
Oh,
Garance will
right.
reach out his left hand instead.
Right,
Two
yeah.
hands, bully.
2 hands!
Poor Cleric is just like
Those people only
distraught
one.
because he's never met somebody who had like phantom pain, or if they
Poor
did, they
Cleric.
never reacted that way. So he's just like, yeah, right, yeah.
Not to mention he's experienced the limb loss.
I mean, dude, if you think phantom pain is bad, wait until you meet Solid Snake.
Or Danny Phantom.
Goddamn.
Get out of here! No. Yeah, he's just like
When
As he
I
shakes
almost
Cleric's
forgot
hand,
that I had this arm, right? Yeah, lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you too. Might I
Please go.
ask who you are?
Oh, I'm Cleric, or yeah.
Also, Garance does
sorry,
not
I'm just
seem,
I'm
affected.
stumped. I mean,
So- So Cleric, real quick.
it's great to meet you.
Garance does not seem affected by your appearance at all.
It's lovely to meet
For
you all.
for the moment, Cleric doesn't notice. I don't know if you heard the thing I just did.
Cleric is having
Like I'm
crisis.
stumped. It's lovely
get a
to
hold
meet
of
you.
yourself, man. You're making an ass out of yourself.
Pulls off gloves, slaps him. Pull yourself
Yeah.
together!
No, I
It's
smack
totally
up
fine.
Colt
You
hat.
don't have to worry. Garance reaches into the right side of his suit jacket and pulls out a pair of spectacles and puts them on.
Lovely to have you all here. I have
Have I?
not talked to anyone in a long time.
Well, I
It's
say
interesting
you've
because
been
I would
here
have
quite a
assumed you
while.
would have went crazy by now.
However, I must ask, how did you, of all people, enter this place?
Honestly, I have no idea.
Yeah.
If anyone-
Circumstances of which we're trying to figure out still.
If anyone has detect magic, they
I
can
do.
cast it if they want.
I will.
Yeah, go ahead.
It is not one of my prepared spells.
And I also have Soul Search.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, that's... Wait. Yeah, what the heck?
So
The hat is I'm using.
So
yeah,
the
I
hat would
realize
not-
that,
the hat
but
would not have
that's
it.
more of a... Yeah, that's more of a
well, I mean, I'm a
unique
spirit.
Grim
Can
thing.
I
The-
look into his soul?
the hat would not have soul search.
Oh, fuck you. Fine, detect magic it is.
As you use detect magic, all of you seem to glow that golden color that Advin mentioned earlier, except Garance. He is actually physically here.
Oh.
That's not
Oh
great.
dear.
Oh,
by the laughing god, what are you? How did you even get here physically?
Yeah.
he just said he didn't know. I'm
Well,
like,
I know that. I'm saying
keep up, man.
I've been keeping up. Where have you been?
He's just talking to
sorry,
himself.
I was talking to myself. You tin-tinted dolt.
Well, yeah, but still, he just said it.
You
You don't need to ask yourself that question. The answer is
livered
he literally just said he didn't know.
in-tongued
Your
dolt.
friends seem quite eccentric, Connie.
Oh, I must.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
fun
I also
sometimes.
must. Well, also,
I have
should
not
mention
had a
that.
laugh in quite a while.
I should also mention that when you do that, the hat doesn't glow at all, because he's already glowing orange.
Mm-hmm.
I am a spirit, of course.
Well, when you cast Detect Magic, you mean?
Or, I guess when anybody does, I glow.
Yeah.
But... Oh dear!
He's just magic as fuck.
Yeah, I'm the hat of... Bitch, I'm the hat of fucking many hats, okay? Ain't no one more magical than me.
Yeah, I mean...
Nobody does magic
Fucking
quite
hat.
like I do, probably.
By the way, if I get a do-rag, the next time I roll, I'm gonna try and do 50 Cent.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
God.
Oh, don't. Please don't.
No one ever tell him to become something different.
Ever again. I don't even think D-Rag's in
One of you are gonna say...
Good. Don't let it be.
Alright, anyway. Good God, man. Do you even know where you are?
No, actually. This is nothing like Connie described the place being.
It's
So,
nuts.
This is not. You are in our friend's head.
Yeah, like I
Oh,
said,
well-
mindscape.
Well,
I don't know how you're physically here. That's, absolutely insane.
just
Probably
imagine,
some
like,
Nexus
for
fuckery.
the
Aya
last
raises
13
his hand.
Yes?
You see that giant swirly thing in the sky?
Oh, yes!
You mean the funnel?
The vortex.
That's a direct connection to the Nexus, so chances are he was probably transported to the Nexus and then fell through into here.
Oh, yes. I believe I've mentioned this
Probably
before.
what I would guess.
I do believe I've mentioned this before.
As
but
Aya
this-
flips around his notebook showing a diagram of what happened. Shows
yes.
question mark on how he got to the Nexus, and then shows him a little doodle of him walking, then falling through a hole, falls into the library.
Oh,
Well,
oh dear. Well,
If we
that's
want to
not
try to
exactly
get you
how
to
it would
stay
work.
safe, we should at least give you a little bit of an advantage. And Cleric is going to try to cast Bless on him.
That only lasts, I believe, for a minute.
A
Yep.
minute?
would send him back to the Crestfall.
Yeah, up to a minute.
I would rather not
Um,
lose sight on him again.
honestly,
Oh,
I
you-
would prefer to stick with you all.
Oh, very well.
Insight check. I don't trust
Also-
this
Roll an
person.
insight.
Also, I believe I've mentioned this before, but we're not simply in a mindscape. This is a plane between planes. His mindscape and the Nexus have fused into one. Or rather, his mind has fused with the Nexus. They're not one thing.
Right.
24 insight.
He just seems worried about his own well-being.
I mean, fuck, I would be.
Okay.
I'm in some.
Just,
I wake up in a library and I've been here for God knows how long, and then realize this is somebody else's mind.
Wait, question.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes.
No. This is purely about Grants.
Mm-hmm.
Can he walk?
Yeah, he seems to be walking on his own.
Dude, how do you think he got out here?
I wasn't sure. I don't know if Connie carried him or something. I don't know.
He does seem to be leaning a little bit on Connie, but he seems to be walking on his own.
Like Burke will walk over and be like, "You can hop on if you want. Don't want to walk."
Oh, I mean, I haven't.
I mean, I can carry you too. You weigh
I
like
cannot.
nothing to me.
I cannot.
I've never.
Or I have no mass.
I've never met a creature quite like you.
As he kind of pets Burke with his stump.
Well, I mean,
I
better than
love
your
this
metal
guy.
fucking hand.
There's kind of like a little bit of like red that you can see. It's like cartoonishly on top of his fur, on his cheeks.
Aya is just looking at this situation, intrigued, continuously making notes in his notebook.
Connie, what is this creature? It speaks directly into my mind, and it walks around like an animal.
Oh, this is Burke Greystock. He is, what is the word? What is the word? Not a lycanthrope. He's a...
Therianthrope.
Therianthrope?
Therianthrope.
What is a therianthrope?
It's a
he's
being
a-
that
he's
can
a
morph
weird
in
tiger.
between being
He's-
a more humanoid to a animal. Sometimes.
Fun fact.
Usually like a hybrid animal.
He's a half-orc, and he can turn into a very, very terrifying-looking were-tiger thing.
It's like a hybrid between a person and a tiger.
Fascinating.
I watched him rip a man in half.
He reaches once more into the right side of his suit jacket, pulls out a pen, holds it in his mouth, and then pulls out a notebook. Sits on Burke's back, sets the notebook in such a way that it won't wobble around too much, and begins drawing.
Okay,
Yes.
he's not taking notes as well.
I'm
I
still
should
looking
say-
over his shoulder, making notes about his drawings.
Now, I should mention, you've not been here before, so you need a rundown of what to expect here.
I've been here for 2 years.
Well, you have been in a library for 2 years.
Well, I didn't start in a library. I actually woke up in the city of Visage. Visage,
Oh, dear. Well, then I think you know what to expect.
That's where I picked up the things on my back, actually, Connie.
Oh. What?
Things on his back. What does he refer to?
Black tentacles? I don't know. I hit them with some electricity and they kind of skittered off into darkness, but...
Would Hatstrom know what these things are?
You haven't heard of this kind of creature before in your many years in Eldon's mine.
Oh yeah,
But then again, you haven't been to the city of Visage in a very long while.
Yes, because I detest it. I detest it!
Detestable.
But, would I have a general idea that it's not an inker?
It is indeed not an inker, but it does have, apparently, from Connie's description, a similar power of taking memories.
Dear, oh dear. Connie, you wouldn't happen to have experienced any memory loss while you were in there, were you? Have you?
Yeah.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
A little bit.
Which one, Connie?
Well, I couldn't remember why I was studying magic.
It's also that you can help Alicia with her treatment.
Right. Yeah.
Very odd. I believe you might have had some sort of follower. It might be an aftermath of the night beasts. You see, night beasts are not... let's walk and talk. This is going to take a bit.
Yeah, I assumed you guys had already been walking.
We've been standing here for the last 5 minutes. Dear, oh dear. Well, it could be runoff from the night beasts. See, night beasts,
Well,
like...
From the night beast that I met previously, it does not seem to be one of them.
You met one?
Yes, she was rather kind.
You have met Maud.
Must have been Maud, yeah.
Yes, I believe that was her name.
Well, the technical name is Maud... Okay, now I have to remember. Maldorgioth.
Yes, but she introduced herself as Maud. She was most kind during my time in the city of Visage, but someone else... I can't remember their face. They attached something to my back, and everything became about getting home.
Attach something to you. Perhaps the creature that they attached to you implanted memories into you, or implanted their drive. Very odd. Like a parasite, almost.
Perhaps the drive to spread beyond this plane.
Perhaps.
Garance begins writing notes again.
I should, but
Vex,
as I was saying, night beasts are both of your world and of the Nexus. They are half here, half there. So whatever they bring from the physical world ends up in the Nexus, and whatever they bring from the Nexus ends up in the physical world.
There's a little bit of me in everywhere.
Indeed. This place is simply not just memory. Or sap. I was not there when he broke, but I did feel the ripple. Nothing like that. You don't forget when it shakes the world like that. Though, I was the only one who felt it, as I was bonded to him at the time. Oh yes, I suppose I never explained why I am bonded to him.
Yeah.
Well, for now, I suppose we should figure out where to go next.
Yes.
We could journey to the Crestfall, to
rest.
do more studying and perhaps even rest.
Yes.
Or, I mean, we could go to the Vacant Isle. I would like to discover why I was attached with that creature.
Well, it appears... Well, we've already had a scuffle before we enter the library, so perhaps taking a rest would be the wiser decision.
Yeah.
Alright.
Currently reading the book.
Yeah, I feel like both Advin and Aya are just nose deep in a book.
Hey, so DM, can Hatstrom open like a portal to the Crestfall?
Hatstrom would be the only one able to quote-unquote fast travel, yes.
So I could so can I also extend that to them, or would I be the only one to do it?
You could conceivably extend it to them.
Oh my gosh, party fast travel, that's crazy!
Alright,
Nice.
everyone. I have a little trick for getting there faster. We don't have a boat. So, hold on to your hats. You see, as he holds his hand up, he holds a
Money
hand
kind
up,
of grabs onto you.
a giant smiley face descends from the sky, a big, toothy grin, opens up, and we're in the Crestfall.
Oh.
As you hear an echoing, as you all hear an echoing in the background.
Sorry, I was trying to laugh, but it wouldn't catch on mic.
It's fine. It was Jeshio's laugh.
I have.
It's not high pitched or anything. It's actually just normal. It's. Anyways,
women.
God damn it.
Sorry.
All right. You all see the familiar town you all woke up in before reaching the Nell.
Ah, yes. I should mention that this town, while not exactly very friendly, it will be the only place within, say, 100 mile. Well, I don't know how big this place is. It will be the safer, quote-unquote, option out of all of the islands, as it is protected by... Do you see those chains up there?
Yeah.
That is the work of one of Eldon's emotions, or shall I say, fragments. Robbie. And with these chains...
Rodden?
Robbie.
Robbie.
Rotten.
Oh, fuck you.
Sorry.
Just comes out of the grave. Anyway, those chains protect this island from the more nasty creatures. You might, however, if you go far enough out of town, you might run into a shattered or two.
What exactly are those?
Yeah, I would like to also know.
They are... Shattered are emotions that could not take... See, when Eldon's mind broke, there were certain facets that simply could not withstand the pure energy of the transformation. And simply shattered. Broken emotions like living broken glass. And they can blend in with almost any surface, as they are reflective. So, the one trick to fighting a shattered is to get a glare. Shine a light on them, and if it emits a glare, it is a shattered.
Right.
Currently making a Liamin's tiny hut.
Okay. There are buildings around in this desolate place.
There's no need for that. There's no need for that. The Shadowcrest Manor is just up ahead. We'll provide us
somewhere we want to stay.
Well, as long as Mr. E is not there, he's a bit of a prick. But I don't think he. But between you and I, he seems to have a certain disdain for the Crestfall as it is.
I don't know if I want to sleep in proximity to him.
I don't
think I want to either. That doesn't seem very wise.
Can I sense his presence around Mr.
He is still in Shadowcrest.
Oh, never mind. We're not going to Shadowcrest. Turn around.
Yeah.
Ha! You don't need to know me twice.
I don't trust any of the buildings either.
Actually, I do know of one other manor that E cannot enter. There's one specific, the Knell itself. You see that giant bell over there?
As you all look to where he is pointing, you see this massive, giant bell.
Or bell tower, I should
I don't think I could miss it, to be honest. Like, I'm gonna be real with you, I don't think I could miss that.
It seems to have several clocks and several clock towers almost jutting out of it.
Kind of like a in Gmod when objects collide.
Yeah.
That bell tower is one of the most protected places outside of the Shadow Crest. In fact, it is where Robbie resides.
Gotcha.
And if you'll go, Robbie is not necessarily a bad person. He's just a bit depressing.
Well, that's not new.
For you see, he represents Eldon's repressed emotions and memories.
I don't know. If he's pretty depressed, that sounds like Gargrim.
More
Pessimistic
so
to
than
the core.
Or is he your friend, only more depressed?
Probably, yeah. That makes sense. That makes a little bit more sense.
Well, the difference is that Grim is a bit more, shall we say, motivated to do things. Robbie, on the other hand, simply stays where he is.
So he's just shutting.
Pretty much.
Out of character, fully relatable. This is my guy right here.
Yes. Oh, I should also mention, those chains represent repressed emotions. And it's also the reason why they're able to keep off some of the inkers or the mind flayers or the sickly, icky shit out there. It feels so weird to have this character cuss, but shit.
Like, good day, sir. Fuck you.
Robbie will capture them within the chains. You see that wall? You see that long wall lining the crestfall? And if the DM will allow me, I will explain what that looks like.
Yeah, sure.
Along the entirety of the crestfall, you didn't notice it right until Hat mentioned it, but there is an entire wall around the perimeter of the crestfall that is comprised of chains stacked on top of one another. It's like about maybe, if I'm being generous, because it's not entirely very big, but it's very good at what it does. So I'd say it's like 10 feet tall. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Those walls not only barricade us from the writhing tides of the sea there, which, by the way, don't jump in that. Second, he will take those creatures and bound them in the wall and turn them against whoever sent them. This place isn't all bad. It's just mostly bad. Come, I'd love for you to meet Robbie. Again, I should warn, he is a bit depressing. And not in the grim like, oh, I'm not grumpy, I'm cantankerous, in the I hate my life. So in the full like do you know like that kid in high school? I'm also being informed by Wizards of the Coast that I am not allowed to use Mind Flayer.
He just got like paged in his brain or something.
No, the DM just sent me something that said Mind Flayers are the property of D&D, that I shouldn't say it. So it's Squidbillies. Squiddly Billies.
Oh my god.
Squiddly Billies, as
Dare I say Squidward? Squidward. Actually, those are probably also owned by people. So
yeah, that's owned by Nickelodeon. That's even worse.
Anyways,
fetch me their souls.
And he's more depressing in the cut my life into pieces sort of way.
Oh my god, you're gonna get us DCMA'd now.
Yeah.
God damn it. Well, I didn't sing it. I just said the lyric.
It's fine.
I'm
It
just
wasn't
being
more
in
than 10
pain.
seconds. It wasn't more than 10 seconds.
I will say, I knew a few of them in college.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe there was one chap named Twisted. He liked biscuits. I can't remember.
I will let you know, Wizard of the Coast with that word is still in Creative Commons, so we can still.
Well, it is technically. I just prefer not.
Well, yeah, this
to-
is a different game. This is a different setting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in this game, it is canon in AoE that they're squiddy billies.
Okay.
That works for me. I'm fine with that. All right.
Or at least this is what Hatter calls them.
Yep.
Or the hat. Anyway, moving on. Follow me!
Anyways, as you
Nobody
all begin moving towards the Nell itself, you have to pass once again through the lower part of town where you saw the various Eldins killing and eating each other.
Oh.
I should probably mention why they do that.
No,
It is.
we're okay. We don't need to know.
Oh, okay.
We're just going to decide to ignore it for now.
They don't seem to be aggressive towards any of you at all.
Yeah, that was true of last time we came through as well. That doesn't mean that I trust any of them.
No, yeah.
Mortifying.
Yes. The poor man Eldin Vordoon. You entered. This is the mind of Eldin Vordoon, whose mind was broken by the Nexus.
Not exactly the most fun place to be.
No. It's not. It is If you were to conceptualize it, it is nothing and everything, all at the same time. Kent, does your brain hurt? It should.
Personifications of a single man and entity killing and eating each other for supremacy seems rather,
Doc?
Barbaric?
Troubling.
all of the above.
Yeah,
Well-
that's fair.
Well, unfortunately, that's how this place is. This is a representation of how Eldon grew up. Not necessarily in the literal sense, but he grew up in a highly aristocratic society. And though they went to be nice and put on smiles, this is what you know the saying, it's a dog-eat-dog world.
Right.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well,
yeah, just say.
In Luxenarn, we say it's an orc-eat-orc world out there.
Well,
I'm not surprised about that phrasing.
That's a little racially charged.
Yeah, not gonna lie.
Oh, I'm realizing there's a lot of problems with Luxenarn.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to race.
Yes, especially,
Yeah.
and also what they did to the Scaled Throne about 30 years ago. Along with the other one, I can't remember the name. But anyway, onward.
I will say we're going through some cultural reforms. It is getting better.
Well, yes, but you are elves, and cultural reform takes thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of years.
Hey, that's racist.
No, it is not. It is an accurate statement.
No,
Yeah.
we've been making great strides in the
The
past.
eldest of your kind is 10,000 years old.
Actually, the oldest recorded elf is about the same age as Aeidros itself.
Ah.
It is
So
Queen
even
Lavender. It is Queen Lavender of Riesglad. Mind you, she is not in Luxenarn, because Luxenarn separated from the main elvish country of Riesglad several hundred centuries ago.
I just imagine the DM's head popping out of Hatticus to say that. Yes, he's there to fill in the gap.
Pushes up glasses. Well, actually, you see.
Wait, no, I take off my hat and I just pull out a little cloaked figure. Anyway.
Ah, what the hell is that?
A little mini Echragan shows up.
This is my little...
Leopold is just going to insert and say, I believe a better euphemism might be survival of the fittest.
Indeed.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Oh, yes.
That one I
Doesn't seem to
understand.
be racially charged in the least. Though,
That one I
it's
understand.
Neither was dog eat dog.
Yeah, but they...
I don't think that's true.
I
Anyhow.
mean, with people who can turn into animals, it might.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Look at all the Aryan tropes. There
Anyhow,
are werewolves, man!
moving on.
I feel like these are all just going towards me at this point.
Alright, let's just move on.
You're a were-tiger.
What I was saying
I know werewolves.
What I was saying was... This
My
place...
best friend's a werewolf.
My best friend's a werewolf.
My best friend's a therianthrope.
I knew a werewolf in college.
I have a dragon therianthrope friend.
That's true.
Which is
That
not
is
which
true.
is not untrue.
That is true.
But anyway, as I was saying, this is a representation of what his mind had to do in order to cope with a life like that.
That's
Dragon
kind of,
therianthrope?
Hmm?
Dragon, he's nuts on
Oh gosh.
Can you kick him? Kick him out of here.
No.
I don't want him here.
No,
In fact, kill Leopold. Kill him right now.
On screen.
Anyway, off screen that bitch.
Right. No.
Oh, dang, you're gonna hit him with aliens? Dang.
Oof.
Anyway. But yes, this is a representation of Eldon's mind. One lens of it, however, as all the others are the other representations. You
And
see,
it is only the slum area that does this kind of thing.
Yes, I should mention, each emotion is based on a certain representation of the mind. Ethos, pathos, and logos. Ethos is memory or experience earned through practice and training and real-life experience. Pathos is an inherent trait. Love, emotion, morality, that sort of thing. And logos is knowledge learned, like from books or from teachers.
Oh, it's like that movie From the Inside where it's got all the emotional islands and stuff.
What is a movie?
What?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I know what a play is.
Around this time, you all
Careful,
proceed to
your Lloyd is
approach.
making through.
You all proceed to approach the Nell.
So, before we do that, would you want to play Robbie or
I will
should
play
I?
Robbie.
Okay. Just do it super monotone.
I know.
That's all my only note. I know.
Robbie's awful.
Robbie's not awful. You haven't met him yet. You shut your mouth.
You told us he was awful.
He's not awful. He's just depressing.
Yeah, that's pretty
Anyways.
awful.
As
What?
you
You're gonna
approach
tell-
this building, you see chains reaching from the different clock towers. Thousands, no, millions? Billions? You can't really count how many chains there are. But there's a lot of them.
You know, I just thought of something.
Yes.
If Robbie's so depressing, why don't we utilize that depressing aura of his to just depress Mr. E to death?
That's not how that works.
I don't know. I've seen it work on some people.
I'm afraid that's not how that works.
As you all approach, you see that the doors to the tower just open on their own.
Oh!
And this is Robbie's doing.
Probably.
I turned to the house.
Oh, that's not ominous at all. Like,
Oh.
not in the slightest. I
Or
don't-
it could be kind.
Master Trigoth's tower did this. It took him forever to figure out how to get the magic circle just right.
Yeah, that's a redstone feat in its own.
Don't fuck off.
As you all, do you all enter the tower?
Indeed, I do.
Yeah, I guess so.
It helped me feel comfortable, so I'm good.
You feel uncomfortable.
No. I said I was uncomfortable. Aya's little comment made me
Okay.
feel better.
So you go.
Yep.
As you enter the tower, you will see these spiraling chains. Uncountable and unknowable how much there are. All leading down from the top of the tower towards this one individual. And who
At the very
are
least,
all
they've
of
got
you?
the decor right.
Hello, Robbie. Good to see you again, old chap.
Hat.
Actually, right now it's Hatford.
I'm calling you
Hatstrom.
Hat.
All right then.
It's lovely to meet you, Robbie.
You see dark circles under his eyes, and you all see his jaw moving, but you do not see a mouth.
I'm getting real Aizawa vibes.
He's just in a sleeping bag like a caterpillar.
I mean, I'm not
Cleric
surprised.
is gonna put out his hand for a handshake.
Robbie does not extend his.
Rude.
Connie just has his hands behind his back, like playing with his tail.
He's just gonna pat his shoulder and just kind of, lovely to meet you.
Don't
And he's just gonna kind of back away.
You shake your own hand out of desperation.
Don't
No, like
touch
Cleric.
me.
Oh yes, I should have mentioned that. Personal space is a big thing for Robbie.
And
Right.
consent.
Wow, he's worse than Grim. I don't know. I thought I was being hopeful, but damn.
Excuse me.
He is right there.
Aya will walk up to Cleric. Cleric, you do realize most people don't like to be randomly touched.
Robbie just kind of stands
What do you
there blinking at you all.
There's just a sink that's knocking at the door. Oh, is someone gonna let that in? Anyways.
Shut.
Poor Cleric is just like, you hear like the fax machine dial up. He's like,
You got mail. Well, Robbie, old friend, we're in need of a place to stay, and the manor is well occupied.
You can stay where you wish, but I'm not your friend, Hat.
Oh, come now. We've met each other plenty of times.
We've met each other, and I don't like you.
Well, to be fair, I get that from just about everyone I meet. I give off that aura. That's my vibe.
Then it should maybe tell you to change your vibe, or maybe exit reality.
Out of character, Hat just goes,
yeah.
vibe check!
Yeah, I was about to say, he's really vibe checking in there.
Well, very well. If you're going to be like that, allow me to introduce you to my... I was going to say friends, but I'll just go with associates.
Oh.
I'm heartbroken. Truly.
What? Well,
Yeah,
okay.
man, like, I don't know what the hell's wrong with you.
I've barely known you less than like 2 hours.
And that's not enough for friendship? Claire kind of puts his hands on his hips and just kind of
Hat.
looks sassy.
You're kind of a dick.
I'm not getting fucking I'm not getting blackmailed by flaming crotch over there. Fuck off. Anyway.
Okay, he said we could set up anywhere, right?
Yes,
Do
but
what you wish.
Starts
Okay.
chanting.
Does my
and
garage
creating
work in
a
here?
ritual.
Does my garage work in here?
Yes, it would.
Okay, I'm gonna plunk that down.
Professor, if you want some place that might feel a bit more homely.
I have not seen one of these in so long. As Gronz is just kind of placing his hands on the door.
Is that a dedicated new Lamborghini?
I built this one myself.
I can't remember what you named
kind of look
the
at it
element.
curiously.
I can't remember.
Cine
It even smells of Cineanthem. Oh.
Yep.
Is he going to need a mop?
Why?
Don't ask.
Grant simply opens the door. Thank you, dear Connie. I needed this.
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. Is the truck still in there? The truck's in there, right?
Yeah, the truck's in there.
The truck's in there.
Oh wait, no. No, it wouldn't be.
No, because you haven't been with us for a while.
It would have.
Oh,
It
yeah.
would still be in Leodos.
That's true. Okay. I was about to say, 'cause, like, pulling that out like a Batmobile in here would be really funny. But, yeah, there's actually room to sleep.
Well, I mean, you might find a certain vehicle around here somewhere.
Wait, hold on a second. I gotta do something.
Is it a Vapormobile?
Maybe.
Cleric is gonna rummage around in his bag of holding and take out a singular egg. And just kind of like, like, you want it? Like
bringing it towards Robbie, like, do you want the egg?
Like
he
a
looks
dog.
Up at, he looks up at you, Cleric, and you once again see that he has no mouth. And
Well, I've been.
his
My perception has been dog shit today.
I don't want an egg. If you want to offer someone an egg, offer it to one of the hungering fuckwads outside.
Ooh.
As it
Is
is.
there anything you like?
You know, I'm not gonna lie, he sounds a bit more angry than depressed to me.
Yes.
Yeah, for real, honestly.
Yes. I
You
have
would
been
be
here.
angry
rage.
too if you got in, if your home was invaded by a bunch of random people you don't know.
The
Well,
door
we can
open
go if you
for
want.
us.
We
We
don't
can
have to
leave
be
if you
here.
want us to.
You can
can-
set up wherever you want. As Robbie stands up and starts walking up the clock tower. Not
Claire,
using
I'm
the
gonna
a lot
stairs.
of mixed signals.
Mind you,
Clark is gonna turn towards Connie with like the most like confused expression ever.
mind you,
I reciprocate the expression in
Robbie.
Just like, huh?
Mind you, Robbie is not using the stairs. He's walking straight up a sheer wall.
Oh.
Is some Addams Family bullshit?
Clark is
yes, I
gonna turn
should-
back up, and you just see like more confused face. He's just like,
Oh, I should probably have mentioned. Gravity is merely but a concept here. It only works because you believe it does.
Wait.
wait,
Bro, walking up a wall like David Bowie in the Labyrinth.
wait a minute.
No,
and
you
he
cannot
just like
fly.
walks up to Connie, and he just grabs him. He goes, "Are you ready?"
Oh gosh.
You can't fly!
Oh.
He's just gonna throw Connie.
Okay, yeah, I guess I go soaring through the air.
You begin plummeting back down. Cleric, roll strength. Roll a strength check to see how high you throw Connie.
Oh dear, Jesus Christ! I love how I walked up to Connie like once he said that gravity doesn't work here, and he just grabs and goes, "You ready?" And then Connie's like, "What?"
No, he doesn't try to jump. He doesn't try it on himself. No, he tries it on the kid. I think
I
it's the
still
first
love
I've
that.
heard him
Doing
laugh.
a ritual.
That brings a
So
tear
how
to
far-
my eye.
How far did you throw me?
Hold on. It's a strength check, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I can add my modifier to that, right?
Yeah, your
Yes.
strength mod.
This kid's
I'm
kinda
so
cute.
sorry,
And you know
Connie.
what? If you're proficient in athletics, add that as well.
This is your
Oh,
fault.
I'm not. Thank God. That's a 22.
Connie,
Oh my
you
God.
are
Why is it
you
now
are
like Rogan?
hurled 22 feet into the air.
Oh my God!
Did you do that?
As you begin plummeting back downward.
I quickly do a sort of like somersault in the air as I reach to my sides and pull out these small sort of square white flat box. Basically, it looks like an AirPod container. It looks like that. And so I pull out one on each side and slap them onto my feet, and then I stabilize almost like Iron Man does, and then stop.
Ooh.
Yep. And Connie is
Stop in
flying.
midair, and then I. Okay.
You see Cleric like standing there for like a second as he throws you up in the air, and then like realize as Connie starts to descend and takes out the flying machine, you see like the look of like slow realization. Just
Maybe a little more warning.
Grunts looks up at Connie and just starts clapping. It's good to see that you're putting the engineering classes that you entered in college to good use.
Kind of takes like a sort of bow to him.
Hats runs
I am
walks
learn from
up
the best.
Cleric and smacks him in the plinth.
I need to lay down.
Gods, man, what were you thinking?
I am.
Grunts
I'm
kind
not
of
thinking right today.
Grunts kind of places his hands on Cleric's shoulders. You should probably get some sleep.
Yeah.
Don't throw me until I've had my coffee.
Don't throw me until I've had my hot oil.
I'm just gonna. Cleric is just kind of slowly like lay down. into
There's
like
a
the
house right
future kind of pulled up.
Well, while he does that,
About this time, my dome is done.
Yep.
ah, yes.
What color
Look,
is your
what-
dome, Aya?
My dome is a Harvest Moon orange.
Ooh, I like that.
I blend in immediately.
I like that.
I blend in. I stand next to it. You can't see me.
You can.
You
as
are the
long as-
camo of the Flage.
So you
Actually,
can see him
when
as
I'm
long
looking
as it's
out-
not, you know.
When I'm looking out, I can. Because
When you're
the
looking
moon-
in, you can't.
Yeah. When you're looking at the dome, he kind of blends in. When I'm looking out, I can see everything.
Grunts
Ah,
kind of just slinks his way into the garage, and you know he just disappears through the door.
Connie! Connie!
Huh?
You said you went to college?
Yeah.
Well, now you gotta come in here and talk academics with me for a while.
All right.
Good. Everyone get some rest. As I am a construct, I do not require sleep. However, I will rest.
Yeah, get on in here, Hat.
I immediately change to a dark green so you can see me better.
Cleric is going to kind of stand up, and he just like, Connie, are you already on the ground?
Yeah, I was on the ground.
Been
walking
on the
over
ground.
where Aya was.
He's just gonna like place both hands on Connie's shoulders. He goes, "I am so sorry."
You're all right. I've got ways to deal with things. As
I'm a big boy, and big boys have wings.
How messed up would it be after he said sorry?
He throws him again.
No.
And it's like he's not saying sorry about throwing him. He's saying sorry about doing it.
No.
He's just like, I'm so sorry. No, it's all right. Picks him up. Huh? Wait.
Sorry for this.
Oh, you. There appears
No,
to be
he
a
goes into
misunderstanding.
the garage. Be like, you misunderstand. I'm not sorry about throwing you. I'm sorry about what I'm about to do. Yeah, he walks into the dome, or into the
Dome.
into the dome.
Into my Leoman's tiny hut.
Yes.
And Burke will follow Garance into the garage instead.
Oh, you won't
Have a
talk.
good
You won't
night.
talk academics with Aya.
I didn't go to school.
Connie's talking
Oh,
about
Burke.
academics.
Burke does. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, Burke will go into the
garage,
whereas Connie will go to the dome.
That's fair. Protect the professor in case.
Yep.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
And Grim, not Grim, Hatstrom, he's a construct, he can't sleep, but will rest in there for a bit and then go about on watch.
Okay.
Well,
So
I
you
thought I'd go
all
into the dome with Aya.
go to take a long rest?
When you guys enter the dome, the inside is a starry night sky.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, that's so much
Excellent.
nicer than all the eyeballs.
Beautiful.
And if any of you would like to make a perception check,
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah. I'll roll one.
Hold on.
It's not a high DC.
I got I want my baby back, baby back.
Back baby back. Chili's is back baby back baby back.
25. I want to perceive.
I'm back, baby.
You will proceed.
I'm back to being a high roller. Hell yeah.
Me when my son is lost taken by kidnappers. I want my baby
Baby
back,
back baby back baby back.
Anyways,
That's a 32.
I got it.
what do they perceive, Aya?
What
I got
they
a 21.
perceive in the stars is an active battlefield among the stars. Like constellation people are fighting in wars.
Oh my gosh, is this Star Wars?
No.
And it is foretelling the history of Aya's clan.
Oh.
I'm mesmerized.
So
Yeah,
you
Cleric
all,
is also like just like he's like laying back on his back with like his hands
Yep.
obviously
behind his head, and just kind of staring at the his like legs are crossed too, and he's just kind of staring at the sky, just like, wow.
That's exactly what I pictured myself doing too.
You all lay down for a long rest?
Are we all like laying in a circle? Please tell me we're laying in a circle.
Stargazing in a circle.
I was gonna say I would be laying
Stargazing
like near people.
That's exactly what I want, baby. That's great. That's what I've been waiting for. That's what I'm
Woo,
talking
yeah.
about. Woo, yeah, baby.
So, as we're all looking at the stars, you see me pull out a pair of binoculars.
Oh my god.
My, Series B looks rather good tonight.
DM, can I describe a little bit of the history of my clan?
Absolutely.
The star constellation people start off in a wide open plain, with fields of grain and cattle, and then they are burned to the ground. And the survivors of that village then become bandits and slowly become a war band, taking cities and slaughtering people. And then we are epically defeated in a 3-kingdom alliance against us. And only like 50 out of the 3,000 of us were able to get out alive. And over the years, only Aya is left.
Why did that have a similar vibe to when Caladra read the story, and it was like, except it was just, star people instead of like images on a page?
We really like stories here, okay?
we like telling stories here.
We do like telling
storytelling element.
And then it shows how Aya became a bandit chieftain, and then was defeated by Trigoth, and was beginning to be trained by Trigoth, and then it kind of goes dark. And that's then it repeats.
Wow, Amzi really stepped up their game.
God damn it.
Look at those 4K stars.
So you all lay down for
Did you
for a
notice
quick...
the graphic red star blood splatter that I built in? Yeah,
Beautiful.
I'm very proud of that one.
We're all wearing like 3D glasses. My, your people are violent.
We didn't start out that way.
We didn't start the fire, someone else did.
No, we didn't light it.
We tried to light it. But yeah, that's a little bit of Aya's backstory.
Lovely.
Cool.
Well,
All right.
I cannot sleep. So I will just
you
sit
all
here.
take a long rest?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like for the
In that case, why don't we
four-
start with Caladra?
Oh, okay.
Are we doing a long rest?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thank
Wait.
you.
All right. I'll drag you into the one-on-one here in a second. Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good, I think, but I've
Welcome
never
your
been to
first ever
this.
one-on-one.
Yeah.
So, to describe it to you, the one-on-one is a place that I take people for dream sequences and or special side things that happen to them.
Okay.
So, let's start with you,
Oh man.
Caladra. As you're laying in the darkness, the things, the happenings of the past day or so running through your head.
A lot to think about.
The people that have begun to surround you and the condition of your father. As you lay your head down for sleep, you see a vision of your mother smiling gleefully as she's spinning you around above her head. As she almost slips and falls, you see your father catch her via the nook of her back. He's in his humanoid form, lizard-like robes covering his arms and body. As they slowly embrace and stare at you, smiling. You see all three of you begin to dance. In a strange, ice skating-like circle. The happiness overwhelming. Such a fond memory. Such a great time. And you stay in that memory for a while. Just dancing happily with your parents.
Oh, love this.
Until you see
No.
a bed.
Okay.
Your mother coughing weakly. Her wrinkled, worn skin touching your hand as she's smiling so brightly at you. Take care of your father. But don't forget to also take care of yourself. Love everyone and everything you see. Open your heart when you can. And always give everyone a second chance. As these words exit her lips, her smile still bright on her face as the light fades from her eyes, and her grip loosens on your hand as your mother passes. Your father letting out a bellow of sadness as she passes. I am going to grab Cleric next.
Oh my gosh. That was really nice in a, like, sad way, but, like...
Bittersweet.
Yeah. Damn, though.
I'm happy you liked it.
I very much like the dream sequence.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna grab Cleric next.
Alright.
Away you go! Hello!
Oh! Ah!
Hello, how's it going?
Without warning!
Uh-huh. That's how it usually is.
He was just telling me about Tony's chocolonely. What the fuck is that? I just got yoinked into the void.
That's
usually
me,
I would have been like, ah. That would have been funnier. Anyways, yeah, sorry.
All right. Let's go with this one.
All right.
Cleric.
Let me turn down my game volume. There we go. 0. Yes.
As the darkness of your recharge takes effect, you see your siblings dancing in a field of flowers jauntily. Happiness spreading like wildfire amongst their faces. Great big smiles just and bright as they're dancing. Your father playing a tune on a stringed instrument as he looks to you and motions for you to join them all. Do you join him?
Cleric is gonna put up a hand, just kind of like I'm good.
Your father shrugs in almost a well, suit yourself kind of motion as the stringed instrument continues to play. And you feel a presence next to you. This is quite the memory you are having, brother.
Is it Artemis?
As you look back, you see the familiar form of Artificer. I miss them. I also miss Father.
Cleric is going to place a hand on his most prominent shoulder. I know that your love was initially misguided, and I know things are broken, but there's still hope. We have a lot of our siblings still, and we must cherish them. I will get you out of the place you're in.
He makes for us a better world. That it is what Corbane promised me. A place that could accept us.
This place already accepts us.
You do
I've
not
seen it.
understand. It will fall your hope. And when it does, I will greet you as brother once more. Artificer hugs you close, Cleric. I love you. And as he holds you close, he slowly disappears from your memory.
Cleric kind of has like this very pained look on his face.
Okay. Okay. I'm going... Oh, sorry, you're still talking.
No, you're good. I will show you that not only is Corbane wrong, but we are accepted. That there is a life to live here.
Alright. I am going to grab Aya Eldon next.
Alright.
Oh, it is I.
Hello, welcome.
Oh boy.
Change
First dream
song.
sequence. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm excited.
Aya. You recall the history of your clan. The life you led before Trigoth defeated you. The almost deafening music that you heard on the battlefield. You just thought it was the music that battle put in your own ears, but Trigoth showed you otherwise. And on the last day of your training, the very last stepping stone, the day he taught you everything he had ever been taught, you got angry. And as the song took over, you remember blood. Viscera and bones. Your blade had been made stronger. But your master laid low below you. His blood staining all of your clothes. A sadness felt, but more a resolve to not let the song control you ever again. His sacrifice was what guided you to the melody instead of the song. Is there anything you'd like to add? Hello?
The only thing I add is when I came to the smile he had on his face as I regained control. As he says, took you long enough. Passed in my arms.
I am going to grab Leopold next. Hello, hello. Hello? Oh, hold up. Try speaking now. I cannot hear you. If you are speaking, I don't know. Here, try leaving the call and then joining back into general real quick. Oh, is you just not talking? Or did you mute because you're not ready? Venator? Ah, there we go. Alright. You're gonna wait for him to rejoin General. Or, you know, maybe he's just gone. Oh, there he is. Okay, now unmute and let's see.
Forgive me, I don't know why that took so long.
Huzzah! There we go. Alright.
Here goes some gold.
Hmm?
You said huzzah.
Yeah. Huzzah, magic powers.
Exactly.
Alright. Leopold. I'm gonna change the music real quick. There we go. No, maybe not this one. Voyage to Nowhere, maybe? There we go. Leopold. As the darkness of sleep takes you, the forest of Riesglad stretches in front of you. Not as how you remember it, but maybe how it is now. As you hear slow footsteps from behind you. Well, we have certainly been through a lot together. But I have to say, going into another person's mind, I never expected. Do you look behind you to see who it is, Leopold?
Yeah.
You would recognize the visage of the first Pope of Durnthon. Or, I think it's Durnthon, right? That's Durnthon, right? The country? Yeah. Yeah, Durnthon, yeah. You recognize the visage of the first Pope of Durnthon, Alarain. And as you look on him, you can definitely see why he became Queen Lavender's husband. He is a gorgeous elf, but he seems strong and confident. Leopold Marcus Arcadian. I am Alarain. And I am in that little harness on your left hand.
Leopold just sort of looks down, looks back up.
Wasn't Riesglad so beautiful? As Alarain walks forward, and you realize this is the Riesglad of past, not present, or the time you have seen it. Leopold.
Do you wish me to return the harness to this one?
No matter how much I would like to see my darling Lavender again, I do not feel it is the right time. Instead, I wished to speak to you
about the gauntlet. The one you gave freely to the Demon Lord.
I figured this would happen eventually. Didn't expect it in this manner.
I will say, Leopold, throughout the time that I have been on your hand, I never expected you to have a deal with the Demon Lord. I felt the mark of Cobain on you, yes, but the Demon Lord was completely new. I knew there was something more to you than Cobain, but I just did not know exactly who.
If I may.
Absolutely.
Had you been on my hand for any greater length of time, you would understand.
I understand why you made the deal. Honestly, in my day, I probably would have made the same one. I was very... how do you say?
Headstrong?
Indeed. And on top of that, I was compulsive. Impulsive, sorry. I made decisions without thinking the consequences all the way through. And if it had come down to making a deal with him or taking revenge for Lavender's death if she had died, I would have chosen... I would have taken the deal to avenge her, is what I'm trying to say. Do you know why I became the Pope?
What?
I needed a way to protect Lavender. The gods saw Lavender and I as beings that could rival them. As we are elves without a lifespan, we simply took a path. And it brought us much grief. And so I became a puppet for the gods. And during that time, I became the Pope of Dernthen, establishing a nation in a lawless land that could not survive on its own. Giving the laws of the gods a try. And as you can see, Dernthen has been around for 1600 years. Most of it under my rule, but the other popes have helped it flourish. What I'm trying to say is I became a puppet for the gods so that I could protect my family. Your wife, my daughter, and my own wife.
He puts both his hands on your shoulders, Leopold. Just know. In the gods' eyes, the ends do not always justify the means.
I already know that I'm eventually regret the decision.
And yet I don't think you are. I don't think you're destined for the pits, Leopold. I think you are headed for much greater things. Because even with how large of a threat Arthas is, and with how much the gods wish to deny it, Corbain is a much greater threat than the Demon Lord. He hugs you, Leopold. I would also like to say thank you for being with my daughter. And for being a good son to my wife. As the vision fades from you, Leopold, I am going to grab Burke and Connie real quick.
Okay.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hi, alright.
So why don't we... let's see... What do I want in terms of... Here? No, that was... Let's start with Burke.
Alright.
Burke. You have a vision. You see Kezarand and Nima running around in a field, Kez throwing his knives to get ahead of Nima, and Nima transforming into her hybrid form to catch up to him. And as you see them running, you notice that they're leaving you behind.
Kind of like reach my hand out, see if I can catch up, but
You don't seem to be able to move from that spot. You understand, Burke. These two will live on, possibly even longer than you'll be alive. And it's scary. But also, they have their own adventures to go on. Their own paths to build. And you can guide these two with little experience of the world until they no longer need you. Just like you tried to do for Tyr when you met him again. But he had found his own path. And sometimes you need to find a path that differs from what you want. No matter how difficult. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
just kind of twitching in my sleep a little bit, but other than that, no.
Okay. Then let's move on to Connie. What do I want for Connie's? There we go. Connie. A happy surge flows through you as something of home. Something of home is finally here. A modicum of something you're used to. Something that's not usually seen in this world. A comfort. Even if you feel bad for Professor Garance, you can't help but feel that hint of selfish glee at his presence. And as the dream takes you, you see it. Those inky black tendrils reaching from the darkness, searching, howling, hunting for the professor.
Instinctively reach for my hammer that I shocked it with before.
As you grab for your hammer, it's not there.
I do the same and reach for my sword.
It's not there. And as it inches ever closer to you, you feel it take hold on your body. Do you feel the memory slipping, or is it just your imagination? The mind is a powerful thing.
Start to claw at the inkiness on me, trying to get it off.
As you do, you see bodies before you. You see the face of Grim staring back at you as the inky blackness attached to your back envelops him and devours him. Caladra's icy blood leaking from her corpse. Leopold's arms to his sides, but not part of his body any longer. Cleric's head sitting there on a pike. Aya's blades stabbed into his chest. Advent's tail ripped off and forced down his throat. Colgaius's mountainous body lay dead in his cave. His wings torn from his body. As you carry the corpse of the young prince, the tentacles moving for you.
Left eye sort of twitches as I watch.
As the vision slowly fades. Alright, I'm sending you back to the general now.
Okay.
Alrighty. And with
because Gordon dies.
And with
No
the
secret for
end
me?
of the no, you're a hat. You don't get a dream
Well, I mean,
sequence.
no sneak peek.
You don't get a dream sequence. You're a hat.
That's fascist.
You're objectifying.
Objectify.
As you all awaken, the dome dispelling as it marks your time to awaken. The professor exiting Connie's garage.
And I suppose at this point now, the professor would see the tiger is no longer there, and instead it's just this this
burly
tall green
half-orc.
man.
This tall, burly half-orc.
I watched you while you were asleep.
Oh, hello. Good morning.
Morning.
I'm Professor
Hello!
Grants.
We met earlier.
Oh,
the tiger, remember?
You were the tiger. Yes. Sorry. It is rather confusing when someone can just change into an animal like that.
Yeah.
That's actually
Surprised
fairly
Connie
common
at
in
first,
this
too.
world.
I would assume so.
Yeah.
We have entire nomadic tribes that live in forests that can just transform into animals at will. It's quite strange. We call them druids.
That's weird.
I sense your sarcasm and I don't appreciate it.
As Grants fully stretches and says, "Well, time to tackle the day, I'd say. We're going to go on break.
Or
Up.
We will be back in about 15 to 20 minutes. See you guys
we're
then."
back at the New York Minute.
And
anime
back.
chicken milk.
Okay, now we're just gonna say it every time there's a transition. Okay.
Goody.
All right.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, welcome back. Yeah, so you all woke up and are just kind of sitting in the bottom of the tower right now.
I'm continuing to read the book.
Which book?
Mind of the Monster.
Mind of a Monster.
Mind of the Monster.
Cleric is also kind of like look over his shoulder reading it with him.
There isn't really anything that the glasses give you other than like little notes that are scribbled in here and there.
Are they in
between
like
each line.
invisible ink?
It would seem they are in a similar type of ink, or at least that's the human explanation for it.
Ooh, Cleric! There's invisible ink!
Or at least that's the human explanation for it.
Do I have anything that I would have on hand that could possibly even reveal visible ink?
Nope.
Damn it.
It's just because I'm wearing the glasses.
Yeah,
I read out the
a-
invisible ink excerpts to him.
Interesting.
Little bits of notes taken on certain monsters. For instance, dragons. Here's the paragraph. Dragons are mainly weak in their lung areas. In order to defeat them, you generally want to aim for their for the sacks of their breath weapons, or perhaps even just aim straight for the lungs.
Or just use brute force like we did.
And in the in between the lines, you see this might be useful against Carnivax. Need more research.
Carnivax. Do we know that name?
Eldon has mentioned the dragon Carnivax a couple of times.
The only person that would probably know it well would be Advent.
But little insert notes like that in the familiar handwriting of Eldon Vordoon.
Unfamiliar handwriting.
Unfamiliar handwriting of Eldon Vordoon.
Familiar writing to
One
me,
person.
unfamiliar to him.
Well, I mean, since Aya can't, Aya doesn't know who Eldon really is, so.
Well,
yeah, that's what I just said.
Handwriting, for that matter.
Yeah, that's why I just said unfamiliar for him, familiar for me.
I will say, Cleric, that you do notice one difference. Grim's handwriting, from what you've seen, is a bit more, is a little less.
Doesn't see it. Aya's the only one who can actually see it.
I am literally the only one that can see it because I have the spectacles.
Yep.
Hey, Aya.
Actually, can I
question? Who can you tell who's writing these little notes?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Can I give it a shot? Can I give it a shot?
These glasses are made for human heads. Your head
excuse me, I can use it too.
I just need some tape.
I conjure a firebolt beneath the page.
I have ears!
You conjure a firebolt beneath the page.
Not enough to burn it.
But
I don't actually have ears. But I do have things that can
Does that reveal the ink?
It does not.
No. Okay.
It is not actually invisible ink. The spectacles are, well, as the Crater told you, Donovan's. These are spectacles that reveal certain hidden things in this plane.
Gotcha.
Aya,
So it's
can
not
I please
actual invisible ink.
Can I please at least borrow the glasses for a second so I can look at the notes?
Alright, you can look through the glasses.
Thank you. And Cleric goes to put on the glasses, and you see like these little like stubs like click out.
Oh.
Where his ears would be.
They look like they're perfectly fit to hold glasses.
They're like little pegs on a BMX bike.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why. Remember earlier when he put on the reading glasses, he has like he can wear glasses. He's like, oh, I also forgot to mention I kind of had these attached when I had the kids because reading. Anyways,
It looks at Cleric. Do your eyes degrade over time?
No, I just...
like
Listen,
the
that's
vibes.
not important!
You're
I like
doing
the
it for
vibes they give
aesthetic
off.
purposes.
Dad
Anyways,
vibes.
as you read through the notes, it does seem to be Eldon's handwriting.
And now I can add the addendum of the one thing you do notice is that this is Eldon's handwriting is in cursive, or Grimm's at least is in cursive, but it's sort of like in a fuck I have to do this sort of way, in a very rushed, not so very eloquently written. It's cursive, like it's kind of like the bare minimum one needs to
Yeah,
have
it's like how surgeons write.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whereas this handwriting is far more, it's, though recognizable, it is far more eloquent, and there was more time put into the
Yeah,
writing.
there was more effort put into this, and he just kind of like he goes, these look like Grimm's notes, because like I said, he doesn't really refer to Eldon as Eldon.
That's
because he doesn't know him as Eldon, even though the name he's been told. Anyways, I'm getting off track. These look a lot like Grimm's notes.
I mean, it is his head.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but this
Gestures
seems
to cleric to give back glasses.
Cleric kind of like looks over at Aya and she's just.
I'm gonna snag the glasses from Cleric and also put
Cleric
them on real
goes
quick.
no. Cleric takes them off and then just. Is it Connie that's grabbing them?
No,
Oh,
Burke.
it's Burke.
Oh, Burke just kind of yoinks them out of his hand. He goes, "Hey, what the?"
And then I also
Sorry, Aya.
look at the handwriting real
He
quick.
just like he shrugs at Aya, just like I don't know what to tell you.
Notice this, like I kind of just notice the same things that he does, and just kind of hand them over to Aya.
Takes the glasses. Puts those little, you know the little, neck lanyard? for
Yeah.
Glasses? He attaches those to the glasses and puts the glasses back on.
Got it.
So I don't lose them.
Or so people don't take them from you.
Yeah. Very protective of those
Who
glasses.
would
mean-
do that?
I wonder. I mean, Joey did, but.
I'm just being a pain.
DM, would Hat know who Carnivax is?
Hat would know who Carnivax is.
Ah. What are we all talking about over here?
The notes.
Yeah, the notes.
I can't see it without the glasses, right?
Nope.
Yep, but I've been reading them out loud.
Yeah.
Oh. Ah, Carnivax. A mighty dragon. One of the
That
sons.
was apparent.
Caladra would also know who Carnivax is, just from her dad's random mutterings and stuff.
Nice.
Well,
Yeah, he's one of Dravine's, like,
Most powerful.
descendants. Like, one of Dravine's most powerful descendants. Like, Colgaius is up there, but Carnivax is too.
Damn. Okay.
ah, Carnivax.
Carnivax is him.
I will, because
If I
I don't
remember-
want to explain this in a fucking dumbass what? Go ahead.
If I remember correctly, Carnivax is a red dragon, correct?
Yes, he is Carnivax of the Crimson Wing.
Yeah.
That sounds badass.
I think you
well,
say something bad, like for us.
it
That
sounds
bad.
it sounds good. Well, it sounds badass, but he himself is not like overly like he's not like the typical big bulky dragon. I'm gonna explain this in my normal voice, so I don't have to go into that voice and try to make up dumb shit. Carnivax was the most magical of all of his brethren, the most magically gifted, the most magically able, and if not the strongest, then one of the strongest. And he was to put it bluntly, he was an ambitious little fuck. He had no love for Durnavir. He didn't really care very much. He was more
You mean Dravine?
right, wrong dragon.
Yeah.
Dravine.
Dravine.
Nivir! Anyway.
I mean, awesome dragon.
Yes. Rest
not
in
the
peace, my boy
continent.
Durnavir. Rest in peace, my boy Durnavir. Let him free.
For real, for real.
For real.
Anyway.
Let him free from them ideal masters.
Okay, Carnavax, essentially it was like, I'm here to get more power, I'm here to connive, I'm here to rule, I'm here to do classic villain shit. And he tried, essentially the way Carnavax and Eldon met was Eldon uncovered a plot by Carnavax to essentially drive the Scaled Throne into a civil war and put himself on top. Eldon stopped it. Carnavax left. Carnavax came back. They fought. Eldon left. They fought a couple times, and essentially Caladra might know or might remember that he and Eldon were considered to be mortal enemies.
She would know this.
Okay. Okay, good to know.
And it was sort of like almost arch rivalry, because they were both of a similar ilk. Because Eldon's pretty smart. He's technically a sorcerer, but he became a wizard. Or not a wizard, he's an Eldritch Knight. But you know that they have had multiple spats, and you would also know that at this present moment, Carnavax is considered to be dead. But he has faked his death before.
Wow.
That's one wily old dragon.
Yes.
Yeah, he is younger than Colgaius by about maybe 150,000 years, but
Damn. Man's old.
well, I mean, Colgaius is 700,000 years old.
Jesus Christ.
And
Remember what he said. Dragons don't die unless they decide to, pretty much.
or unless they are killed.
Or unless they're murdered.
But
I love the fact that that's a fact.
Mm-hmm. It's a fact in my world.
And Carnavax, essentially, he at one point teamed up with one of his brothers. I believe his name started with an SK. What's its fucking name?
Skeletor?
You're not too far away from that. Hold on.
We didn't pin Carnavax's stuff here.
Right. I did write some stuff. Scaligor, that's his name.
Scaligor, there we go.
Scaligor the Terrible, who I don't know if Caladra would know this, but
She'd know of the majority of Colgaius' known siblings.
Scaligor is the dreaded pirate captain of the No-Nose Islands, just south of the Scaled Throne. He's a pirate dragon.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? Scaligor?
Yep, Scaligor.
Skalgor.
So Scaligor.
Okay, hold on. Skalagor.
Okay.
Scaligor. And then,
I see what you did there.
and to cover my ass as the hat of many hats, I'm just gonna say, those two had a mighty rivalry.
Very interesting. We shall continue to read the book.
Okay. Do you guys decide to leave?
Well, where's
I was elected
next
to
on our agenda?
Yeah, where do you guys plan on going to next?
Well,
You've been to the Forbidden Shores.
Yolanda,
There's...
would you know where the next key is?
Right. Which pull out the map. Where is that? Where's the next key?
The next easiest key would probably be either the Vacant Isles or, well, honestly, the Lost Labyrinth is never a good idea to go to unprepared. The Vacant Isles would probably...
How would you prepare for the Lost Labyrinth?
Pray.
Got that covered in spades.
Been praying since we got here.
Religion boys say what?
This entire trip has been nothing but devout prayer.
No, it's just I've been finding God throughout this entire experience.
What, you never seen a devout wizard before?
I can pray too, bitch.
We're not all atheists.
Why do you think my blade is that of the moon?
Huh?
Why do you
What
think
would
my
we
Liam's
expect?
tiny hut gets to have stars?
What would we expect in, what was it, the
The Vacant Isles.
Vacant Isles?
The city of Visage. And this is
Right.
where Grant speaks up. It is a city of debauchery and evil.
I wouldn't quite
So
say that.
even
but
more
it's-
prayer needs to happen.
It
I
is
would say it's more a place of deception
debauchery.
and deception.
Debauchery.
Debauchery.
Okay, debauchery and deception, we get it.
It seems like Grants is very much focused on the debauchery part of things.
Yes,
Almost as
it's
if he's
not-
been scarred by it.
What did he see that got him so spooked?
Honestly, I don't really want to know.
You would not want to know.
Not know as well. A man of science being scarred by the physical manifestation of human lust is something you probably don't necessarily want to see the result of.
Well,
Look,
I should say,
you've just got to watch out for Lee.
Lee who?
Lee?
Lee Beto.
I don't like that.
Oh no, that
I
sounds
should
scary.
say it's not
What's the
simply
name
a
again?
place of lust. It is a place of deception and hidden emotion. The people there wear masks to conceal their true intentions.
Prostitutes with knives.
Did he,
Gotcha.
wait, hold on. Did he just say libido?
Yeah. Yes, he
Joey did. Joey did. Not Grants.
Oh, God.
Yes, she did.
Still not great.
You just have to watch out for him, and you'll be fine.
You guys continue to lead the way there. I'm going to continue reading this book and forget that I know the existence of an individual known as Lee Beto.
I should mention you probably wouldn't want to stay here very long. Robbie might get a little upset.
I thought we've been walking this whole time.
Yeah, I thought you guys had been walking this whole time,
Oh,
too.
we are.
No, unless we state it, usually that doesn't happen. I was assuming we were all. Let's start walking now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know where we were going.
That's fair.
Well,
Why would we
Robbie
just be
doesn't beat
discussing
us.
directions unless
But,
we knew where we were going?
I
Yeah.
should mention, it is not simply a place of debauchery, as whatever his name said. It is. Yes. It is a place of deception. Remember when I said ethos, pathos, and logos?
Right.
This is not only the domicile of one Lee Beto. This is also the domicile and, well, not domicile, but his place of origin. This is where Mr. E first conceived. This place is...
That's useful.
So
This place...
this is
Very
the place
useful.
of debauchery and insanity. Got it.
Not quite. Again, it is not debauchery simply. It is deception. The people there are masked, both literally and figuratively, to hide their true intentions.
So,
You never...
can you do
cannot-
that whole thing with the smiley face again to get us there, or do we have to take the long
I
way?
should warn you, though, however. I'm just warning you. Alright. Instead of it flying from the sky, it opens up beneath us.
Oh. Yeah, right? Oh, the
Shit.
goofy scream.
Fall down.
Well, it's more
Burke,
like Portal, where you get...
Burke, I will say, you would recognize the laugh of Jeshio.
Kind of just looks up, or I guess looks down, and then just kind of is contemplative about it. Gotcha. That's familiar. So
pulls
would
through and holds his holy symbol and says a small prayer. Grant us patience.
So then we just appear at the other place?
Well, we appear outside of it.
So you would appear at the very tip over, like... So you see the city of Visage. Just to the north of it, you see that little hang-off from the island. Literally, like, just north of it. Yeah, that's where you guys end up. So you're only about an hour away from the city of Visage.
Gotcha. Alright.
Only an hour.
Only an hour.
Only an
I
hour
hop on
travel.
Cleric's back and continue to read.
Okay. Cleric just accepts it. He's just like, alright, whatever.
Well, I suppose it's time for us to move on. I really don't look forward to being in this place again.
Well, you could stay here.
Well, what exactly did you see that scarred you so much?
There's a lot.
Okay. Fair enough.
You'll see.
Do you want to stay here? I can stay here with you.
No, I will come.
Okay.
I mean, I will follow you.
And Connie just kind of blinks.
Okay. Oh! That hit me like way later.
The way he stayed away from that word reminds me of college.
Oh no!
Honestly, that reminds me of my boat trip.
Oh.
Now, again, I advise caution. This place is far more dangerous than the Forbidden Shores. But, I shouldn't say far more dangerous. It is a different kind of danger.
Beware, they do often like biting.
Yes, they will occasionally try to take a nibble out of you. And I should also mention it's not just sex. Some of them are literal cannibals.
Okay, well, that's not something I'm unfamiliar with.
Oh?
Alright then. Follow me!
I am experiencing so much.
I am experiencing so much.
I think a lot of you are.
I just hope.
Yes.
I'm just hoping you get. I don't know.
I just love his. Oh, you're excited about the experiencing so much.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I guess we'll get walking.
All right. As you're walking, Professor Grants pulls up alongside Caladra. You know, when we were at the library when we first met, you said you had heard of phantom pain. I am quite curious about the medical knowledge of this world. If I might be so bold to ask.
No.
Damn it, Grant, I'm a doctor,
I'm
not
just
a
trying to
doctor.
roleplay.
I know!
Rolls in that one to roleplay.
Oh man, yeah.
I will remind...
Could my father have told me about it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, yeah.
I will definitely remind Caladra that, my brain just exploded. No! No!
Come back! The pieces! Put them together!
That Blas was actually a victim of phantom pain, as he had lost a hand.
Oh,
right.
Sweet.
That's
Probably
true.
would have written a
Oh
medical
my
journal
God.
on such.
Also, that's like definitely something spooky that Tara would have just like made into a
Mm-hmm.
kind of fun, kind of creepy story.
Yeah.
The
She
hand,
like that kind of
Sorry.
stuff.
the hand and the
Yeah.
turtle.
The hand of the turtle.
Funnily enough, it wasn't a snapping turtle.
This turtle ain't no snapping bitch.
Anyways.
He lost the ability.
I
to
was
snap as he
just-
lost his dominant hand.
Oh no. I was just told by my mother that one of her companions had phantom pains.
Oh, most intriguing.
Sorry, I'm not someone who knows much about medicine.
Oh,
It was
no.
just that.
Think nothing of it. I am simply used to a higher form of medical science than I have experienced in any of the books around here.
Well, if you wanted
Oh.
to talk medicine, there's Cleric as well. He's at least skilled with medical magic.
I've spent around 200 years learning it.
200.
Yeah, I'm roughly 300 years old.
My
301,
word.
actually, to be honest.
My word. Well,
Caudra's
congratulations.
also
Happy
Like,
belated birthday.
Caladra's older than Cleric.
no, not that though. She's just amazed that a robot would know medical. She's not saying it, but she's just like
She's like
she just
oohing and
everything
eyeing in her
about
brain.
everything about this man has been intriguing to her, and she's just even more intrigued. She's just like, oh my god, I need to walk near this man and learn more because this is
And it's
wild.
at this point that Connie jumps in. Want to see his insides? And he pulls out the book that like has diagrams of Soulforge.
Oh
And,
my
like,
god. Cleric is just gonna like put like he's gonna cover his like face like in embarrassment.
It says like showing baby pictures.
I
Oh my
instantly
god.
closes the book and
By the
looks
power.
directly.
That is quite
Connie's book.
intriguing.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm amazed. Yeah.
Yeah, and see power over here, and when you get and then I like flip between a bunch of pages, like kind of just geeking out and showing him all the different things. that I
Bronze is
discovered
like
through the book.
vigorously scrawling all of it down.
I regret modeling for that dragon now.
Oh, this was given to Connie by your dad.
Oh no!
It is
It's even more detailed!
Gave me the baby pictures.
It literally is baby pictures! Cleric is like, no, don't stop looking at it! Oh god! Oh no!
As Aya and the professor are both vigorously taking notes.
Cleric, in his extreme embarrassment, is going to use his mace to try to knock the book out of their hand.
I don't understand how that works. How
Why
does
is that? Is that a gear in that?
Can I roll for that?
it's 9
To see
inches?
if I knock it out of... No!
9
That was not...
9 inches.
Listen. Can I say this now? The dad would not have that in his book because
He
I
would have
got
the
that
full design.
later.
He would have the full design.
Even after I made modifications to it?
Yes.
Where do you think you got the idea for the modifications?
I didn't get the idea for the modifications from the book or my dad.
It's
I wanted to satisfy a woman. What do you think I did?
It's
oh
called
gosh.
divine inspiration.
Cleric is going to attempt to hit the book out of their hands with his mace.
Or it could be divine intervention.
It's about to be, I think.
I'm about to say some divine intervention. I might use that spell now.
Leopold is gonna interpose himself.
Oh, I'm gonna try to make it just react to move the book.
Can we
Yeah, you
please?
can easily move the book shut. And then
okay,
you
we're
know,
not-
dodge the mace.
Oh, okay, we're not rolling for anything.
Oh, I
Okay.
guess we're not rolling for that.
Nope.
Ah,
Why not?
jeez! I've only got the one.
Stop reading it.
Cleric, I was interested in how that mechanism functions.
That is private information.
Leopold leans over and starts reading with them.
No! No, damn it!
That's the most emotion I've heard out of Cleric in a long time.
It has a vibration.
You're looking at his body, man. That's for the bedroom only.
He's so emotive.
Yeah, when it gets to the secret bits, Caladra like kind of embarrassingly looks away. She was intrigued and now she's
Question,
not.
what objects are around?
They're like rocks.
Clerics, are they big rocks?
No, they're pretty small.
That'll work.
And then
Cleric is gonna start throwing rocks at them.
I've flipped past that point. And
Would
it's
you
kind of
please?
towards,
We have more time to go.
Ah, right, yeah.
We do have much more pressing matters to get to.
And I shut the
Most
book.
fascinating.
And
And
put it back.
I was almost done sketching the mechanism that causes it to vibrate.
Well, I mean, if you want to look at the book later, I always have it.
Me and my dad have some serious talking to do. As he crushes a rock in his hand. As for the rest of you,
Most impressive strength.
count your fucking days.
I looked away.
I hope an
gave it to
anger
me so that
finds
I
you and
could-
erases the memory of this entire interaction! Or at least for me! So I don't have to suffer any more embarrassment!
Am I counting the days from my birth to now, or my birth, or right now to my death?
Even through all of this, Leopold leans over. Even through all of that, Leopold's just gonna lean over and whisper to him, "Nice hardware."
No.
God damn it.
You just Cleric looks at his hands. He's like, I can end it all right now.
But as they keep talking, Connie kind of ends up you know how when you get talking, you end up talking. Some people end up walking faster.
Mm-hmm.
So with Connie and Garance, he kind of ends up starting to walk faster. He's like, oh yeah, and then
And
I was on a
Grunts is
trip.
also matching his speed.
Yeah, and it was and then I was on this trip where I actually got to talk to him, and then we started working on this project with the thing, and I was doing this thing with the book where I actually and he just kind of keeps going as he's walking.
And Grunts is vigorously sketching and writing as they're walking.
Yeah.
And by the way, even though he's walking quickly, his handwriting's immaculate. Like nothing could possibly destabilize this man's handwriting.
And my tail's kind of swishing back and forth as I'm talking.
So is his as he
Practiced
listens.
hand.
Absolutely fascinating. So you say that the gods in this world actually collaborate?
Yes! And it's so cool!
Is that normal? I look over at Burke.
Yeah, I haven't seen him this excited about anything in a while, but yeah, it's normal.
You know, Eldon used to be like that once.
I can't tell if this is because I'm from Luxenarn or if this is just a legitimate question. What race are they?
From the appearance of it, they appear to be Hellspawn.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, like a rare breed.
From what I understand, they don't quite look right to be Hellspawn, though.
Perhaps they transmogrified somehow.
Possibly some sort of mutation caused by a difference in environment?
Yeah, honestly, from what I know, they're from somewhere actually pretty cold rather than hot.
Oh, they must be Frostborn.
Must be something like that.
Ah, interesting.
I know little of that.
Oh, and actually, have you used any detect no. I don't. Aya hasn't, at least. The hat did, but Aya hasn't used any detect magic or anything, right?
Nope.
No, he is not.
Okay, so he wouldn't really notice anything.
And even still, Connie is glowing just because,
yeah, but I was more talking about
Grunts,
the other
yeah.
aspects about them.
Yeah.
I was more talking about both of them.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, okay. But yeah. Never mind. But yeah, they just kind of keep walking ahead, continuously talking and stuff. And just hear it's oh, and it's just tree lady, where
Oh, and the way that they actually meshed the technology with was so cool.
We're going to have to try and incorporate these into our own automatons.
Honestly, I mean, the possibilities here.
They're endless. We could actually go outside.
Right?
You know what I find funny? I said Eldon used to be like that, and then immediately got undercut.
I heard it.
Well, I know you heard it, but nobody did anything with it.
Joey just kind of looked off into space after you said that.
Cleric is literally just kind of like seething with embarrassment.
Like almost crying.
He's not even crying, he's just like as they're walking, Cleric is like punching anything he can.
Just starts punching this giant boulder that he can't move.
Yeah.
Such fascinating strength.
Lucky, you ever tried meditating? Might do you good.
And you just hear like concrete slides as like not even like metal, it's just like concrete as he just like turns towards them.
It's a legitimate question.
My calming tactics are starting to wear off, and I'm about to rip your spine out of your back.
That's when you remember the small little squishy creature you got from Ferris Geshio. That's still in your bag of holding.
Oh shit!
Wait.
Oh, a scrunchel! That's a Geshio totem.
As he takes it out of his bag, he just like stares at it for a second, and then he just holds it close to him. It's like, I could never do that to you.
It's that thing.
As you hold it to your chest, it just like bleps its tongue out.
DM, I put the hat of
And like you see his eyes kind of like all the embarrassment what you like previously. He's like, I could never do it to you. He's like, I could never bring myself to hurt.
The hat of many hats puts his hat on the little thing.
As a tiny little hat shrinks onto the creature's head, it gets a tiny little poofy mustache and a monocle.
Hello.
Oh my god! Cleric is saying this out. He's saying this out loud.
And like it's at that moment with like Garance and Connie just kind of perk up and like look back after they've been far ahead, just hearing them scream.
Yeah, quite far ahead.
Oh, what is going on back there?
I see. I am vigorously sketching.
You are surprisingly very soft for. You are surprisingly very soft for an automaton.
He's like voicing the thing.
I go, yeah. After all, he's just as he's looking, he's like, yeah, I'm unique. I'm one of a kind.
Or it is either you are very soft or I am very squishy.
Yes, I've also changed a lot about my body since he wrote that book.
As
I'm even more unique.
Hat says that, the creature opens its mouth, and you just hear.
Just
essentially, yeah.
I assure you, that was completely involuntary.
I'm so confused.
I fucking love this thing. I'm so glad I love you! I love you, Stanley.
You just kind of shake him.
Like, no, he just like wobbles a little bit like jello in my hands. You're like, I love you, Stanley.
I am more fragile in this form.
No, this thing is indestructible.
Oh.
I am indestructible in this form.
I am indestructible!
DM.
This time you can throw me at it.
Mustache!
No, I'm gonna.
I don't want you to ever change.
He's still got the plith helmet thing going
I'm a
on. So
little
the
surprised.
safari.
Oh, you did just say I don't want you to ever change.
Oh no!
I did.
I'm so sorry.
I was hoping.
No, that was completely on brand. That was supposed to happen. That's why he was so caught up in the moment.
All right.
He didn't even think about it.
What do you change
Please
into?
let it be like an Oni mask or something. That'd be
I got
hilarious.
a 1-0.
Awful.
I got 100. Is that 100?
That's a 1. You are now wearing a bowler hat.
Oh, that doesn't change much.
Bowler hat. I become the bowler hat guy.
Oh my gosh. Yagubian!
Yes! Poop Yagubian!
Mike Yagubian!
Yes, it is I!
Why? I just want to know why he was still wearing the baseball outfit after that many years. That it cannot be sanitary.
You know what? No.
He must be immune to all diseases at that point.
You know what? Now I've become a short, rotund little version of Watson from Sherlock and Watson. Hello.
DM.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a performance check for my sketch, and I got a 16.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna say I'm either gonna do the bowler hat or the top hat. And I'm gonna. Is it the top hat? What is it that was before the bowler hat?
It was the so before the bowler hat, it was the explorer, like the safari hat.
It was the plinth.
Okay, I'm gonna do the bowler hat. I'm gonna definitely draw. I'm gonna draw this little dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna draw him.
I pose.
He's just like a little pink
mustache.
blobby.
Hello.
I'm gonna draw him no matter what, because I love this dude.
I am invulnerable.
And you mean draw in real life, not in game, right?
Yeah, I'm 100% going to draw him, and then I'm gonna show everybody.
Hell yeah,
I
please do.
am.
As
I
a matter
am
of fact,
Hob.
you know what? I'm just gonna do that right now.
Just start on it right now.
I am Hatson.
Hatson.
Oh,
George
your name
Hatson.
is Stanley.
George
Yeah,
Hatson Stanley the First.
Yes, George Hatson Stanley the
Bartholomew
First.
Bartholomew Ginger Snap the Third.
Love.
What have you done to my
Rest in
friend?
peace forever and ever, sweet prince.
DM, I
Yes.
ripped the picture of Cleric and his little buddy, and I hand it to Caladra.
Can you make me a copy, please?
Oh my goodness. Thank you.
I don't have that spell.
Damn it.
Now I am
Galadra,
probably
you now have
going
a
down in the-
you now have a drawing of Cleric and his squishy pet.
I love it.
Now I will probably have to leave this form, but I can leave the bowler hat on it.
I would be honored. Thank you.
You see a spectral bowler hat fly off the head and become a, again, short little rotund man with a thick handlebar mustache.
As the creature just kind of blinks real quick, out of sync, but like only by like a split second. It goes.
It's no thoughts. No thoughts. Head empty.
Why does that thing speak in foghorn?
Hold on a second. I think I know what it wants. I squish it.
It's indestructible. Should be fine.
It just
it loves this, Chris. It loves being squished.
It does.
By the way, just
it
let you know.
absolutely adores being squished.
I feel like I really missed something.
We should really continue walking.
Yes.
Was I asleep for that? Or...
Oh, we went to the Feywild one time and we won, and I got this little dude.
You did what?
Don't worry about it.
When did that happen?
You hear her voice. Don't worry about it.
A while ago.
Shut up, Sky!
Yep, they went to
Shut
Alfred.
up, Sky Grace! Don't tell me what to do!
Anyway, we continue on.
Alright. After a little bit of more travel, you all reach the city of Visage, or at least the outer wall of it. It's tall and round. It is maybe 100, 120 feet up. The wall itself. And as you see this tall outline of the city, you reach the main gate and you're just like, wow. And are stopped by two people in theatrical masks. One with the smiling laughter mask, the other with the dramatic crying mask.
And one throwing.
Hello, friends! Welcome! You're very welcome to the city of Visage.
I seem like a couple of great people. Would you like to pet him?
No, I absolutely would not.
No, thank you. I'm very much not in the mood. Well, I certainly am. As he, like, kind of... also, these guys are really tall. Like, they're probably close to about 9 feet tall, and they're very lanky, and are wielding these tall halberds that are about a foot taller than they are.
Yeah.
As the laughter mask reaches down and just kind of very softly with one finger pats the creature on the head.
Okay, I'm just letting you know, I'm making this thing like extremely like chubby.
Yes.
Kind of.
No, 100%.
Also, DM.
Yes.
Can it be said that I gave the little creature the ability to change the hats on the whim?
Sure.
Please. Yes!
The squelch of many squelches.
Oh yeah, that's great.
He's the squelch of many squelches.
Yeah, well his name is Stanley Squelch now.
Stanley Squelch!
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. Stanley Squelch Red Barrel. Stanley Squelch Red Barrel.
Stanley
And we all
Squelch
love
Red Barrel.
Stanley.
If
The
anything
third.
happens to that poor creature.
The third?
This is the implication that there's more!
There are.
Stanley Squelch Red Barrel the Third. I assume it's because of the many, many stress balls you broke.
Yes.
And if you break...
Anyways.
Hello, fellows. We are simply looking to... Why did I turn into Winston Churchill?
Hello, fellows!
Well, I mean, fair though.
Simply looking for entry.
Well, I'm supposed to be Watson, so I'm supposed to be like, oh yes. Pardon me.
Elementary
beg your
idea,
pardon.
Watson.
I beg your pardon, but we simply wish to access this place.
Well, welcome to the den of botchery and deceit. We welcome you to the city of Visage. And always have a wondrous time! Enter at your own discretion. You must sign this non-disclosure agreement of all of the happenings going on in the city of Visage.
I refuse on the grounds
must
that
be this
I
tall,
don't
right?
sign my name on papers in strange lands.
You must sign it,
Yeah.
otherwise you cannot enter the city of Visage.
You just put in, like, fucking Joe
Just one
Smith.
pen name. Just use a pseudonym.
Oh yeah.
Just kind of like write down, I write down Bartholomew Locksmith.
I write down Joshua Tinklefoot.
Grant's,
I write down just... Oh, God.
Grant's just simply writes down meh.
Meh.
Burke writes down Albert Stinkle-Dinkle Binglebong.
Yes!
The Hat of Many Hats just writes the initials HOH.
Jesus Christ. Alright, seeing everyone else, I just write John Smith.
Yeah, perfect.
Well, wouldn't it be James Smith?
Cleric
No.
writes.
It's John Smith.
Cleric walks. Oh, like he writes down his name.
Just CL3R1C?
Yeah.
Red
What?
Barrel?
Nope, just CL3R1C.
Okay.
And then like he draws like a mini Stanley next to it.
Joey just kind of walks up and just... She writes Eleonora Vordoon.
Ow.
She hates her sister, man.
I hate my sister. But, also, I want to mention one more thing. My version of Vertebreaker is now a umbrella.
Fair.
Yes. Approval.
Beautiful. Bully.
Alright.
You threw off the Emperor's Groove.
Time to die.
Alright, you may now all enter. Thank you for signing the NDA.
You didn't say this was an NDA. Well, too bad you already signed it.
Please enter, and make sure you don't talk to anyone that seems like they're fidgeting. We've been having issues with it. So if you find any fidgeting individuals, tell us.
Well, Also, please
don't like how
be
ominous
aware
that is.
that the animatronics do tend to get quirky at night. That is true.
Yeah,
I'm
do
assuming
tend to
there
get
are
a bit quirky
animatronics
at
here.
They get a little quirky.
Are there animatronics here?
No.
Oh.
When we enter, does it have a carnival-esque vibe to it?
When you enter, it is very carnival-esque. It's like there is a... I'd say it's like there's a party going on.
Non-stop Mardi Gras.
Is it Carnival
Basically.
meets Hooters?
There are definitely there's definitely sex.
Well, is it just Hooters like softcore, or is it like they're smoking and this shit, and it's like
there are people fucking in the street.
Oh god.
No, wait,
it's just Portland.
wait. Every different kink is like its own street. Like this is softcore alley. This is hardcore lane. This is anal road.
But no, there's like straight up. This is the city of debauchery.
Chastity Avenue.
Okay, I'm averting my eyes so hard. I'm trying so hard.
As you're trying,
But it's everywhere.
so hard to just absolutely avert your eyes. We pan away from the Nightmen.
I think it's in the nightmare.
And as we do, we come upon a certain den.
Heyo.
Smoke and drugs, very obviously pouring from the windows and the door. A lone individual surrounded by women who seem to be moaning and groaning and convulsing.
And one dude shamefully tucked in the corner.
We see a man wearing a mask that is split into comedy and drama. As he says, Lemmy, if you would please play Libido for me.
Sorry, I wasn't expecting this. What, is there something you want me to say?
No, just say what's on your mind.
More plaything.
And that's where we're gonna end the session tonight.
Yeah, I did something.
Whoa!
Oh
Thank you,
god.
Might hurt
ladies and
Grim a
gentlemen.
lot, but libido dies.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, so much for joining us tonight. We will see you on YouTube next week. That's right. We're not going to be on Twitch anymore. That's weird.
We already mentioned that, but yeah.
He's excited.
I'm excited. Lemmy, if you would please take us out.
Okay. And always remember, that sex is consensual. Sex is not, consent is not the absence of a no, it is a strong and resounding yes. And, always remember that the hat works in mysterious ways.
Good night!
Good night.
I didn't have a lot.
That's fair.
That's fair. We got our message across.
Good night, everybody.